What is up, guys? SteelTwins back at you live for another edition of SteelTwins Saturday night for the annual end-of-season Q&A. Any questions that you guys have, feel free to put it down into the live chat, and we will answer as many as we want to for this live edition, as we can, really.
As we can. So, what's good, guys? How's you guys' Saturday so far? How's your guys' divisional round weekends thus far, man? The Bengals are going to the AFC Championship
the Cincinnati Bengals.
The former, what's the term? Formerly known Cincinnati Bengals. No longer Cincinnati, man.
No, they're going to the AFC Championship game for the first time since 1988. They won 2 playoff games.
2 straight playoff games when they couldn't win one with Marvin Lewis. Zach Taylor has won his first 2 playoff games. That man is Coach of the Year.
He's got to be.
There is no other guy. No Mike Vrabel. No Sean Payton. No, who else? Sean McDermott.
Not even Mike Tomlin.
No.
Not even Mike Tomlin.
It is.
Zach Taylor is the Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any argument about that.
People won't admit it, or they don't want to admit it, but the AFC North is changing. It is shifting.
And the Cincinnati Bengals, if not already, are going to be a big problem. And that's scary to think about. And it's crazy that I'm saying that, knowing that what the Steelers have done to the Bengals, how much they tormented them for 20 years.
And listen, I don't like the Bengals. I don't even respect the Bengals, man. I absolutely despise the Bengals.
Can't stand them. I was hoping to God Tennessee was somehow, some way going to manage to win. They had many opportunities to do so. And they failed every single time.
But in some odd way, I have to admire their build-up. I can't deny it. I can hate them all I want, but I can't deny it. I just can't.
No, I actually like some of the players on their team. I'm a fan of Joe Burrow. I think he's a hell of a quarterback.
Now, I'm just waiting for all these guys to adapt personalities to the point we can hate them. Because of their interactions and their arrogance that, all these rookies, all these young players adapt throughout the months and years that they think they're all this hot shit, a.k.a. Chase Claypool. I'm not saying I hate Claypool, but you see he was quiet last year, and then he thought he was hot shit, and now all he does is talk.
That could come to the Bengals.
Who knows?
We'll see.
Well, we shall see. But what is up, guys? How's you guys Saturday night? We're watching the Packers and Niners. Grapple goes deep, and he actually hits his target. George Kittle on the sideline. Decent stuff so far. It's just It's a defensive day. It's a defensive Saturday. Honestly, it's been nothing but defensive bouts, bro. Which is a good thing. It's a good defensive bout. It's not like the Rams-Patriots Super Bowl where it was a boring defensive bout. This is a good defensive football day, honestly. Good for the Bengals. Don't hate on them. I can't hate on their build-up. I can hate the Bengals. I just can't hate on the build-up. Sonny still says, what's up, broskies? How's your Saturday? Our Saturday's great, man. It's actually very, very, very well. Will the Steelers go out to get a DC after Keith announced his retirement? Ask Matthew. Yeah, that's another topic of discussion. Already talked about the Bengals. Might as well talk about Keith Butler. He has announced his retirement.
Yeah, Keith Butler is officially done with football with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He has announced his retirement. Keith Butler is no longer going to be the defensive coordinator after 7 years holding that position after filling in for Dick LeBeau when he resigned back in 2014 at the end of that season.
Right.
Dick LeBeau's been our defensive coordinator ever since at the start of 2015, and he's had his moments, but Butler was the type of guy that just couldn't really get the job done 100% of the time.
Well, it's also mostly because it's apparent that now he wasn't really the one doing the job. If you want to be real, because of what he admitted. It wasn't really Butler, guys. It doesn't appear that way from his words. It does not appear it was Butler at DC. He was just a face, honestly.
He was a fill-in, or he was there for show.
Pretty much.
Or he was there for show, there to collect the paycheck every week.
Or he was there to take the bullets, honestly, because
he was the fall guy.
He was. Now, this is just what we're speculating off of Butler's words and what he admitted. So, it's kind of hard to, not take from what he just said.
But now that Keith Butler is retiring and no longer the defensive coordinator, there is speculation, and I think this is more likely going to happen, that our defensive backs coach, our secondary coach, Terrell Austin. He has actually been informed to a degree that he is in contention to take over for Keith Butler as defensive coordinator.
Right.
And I gotta say, I'm not a fan of it. Not because it's Terrell Austin. I have nothing against Terrell Austin. Ever since he's come in as our secondary coach, he's actually done a very good job helping the secondary, helping the defensive backs, everything like that. My thing is that the Steelers continue to remain complacent and continue to promote within, which is something that has not helped the Steelers succeed and that has not benefited them one bit.
No, it has not. Now, this is not like a Randy Fichtner or this is not like a Keith Butler where they were with the team for 10-plus years and they just promoted them because they've been with the team so long. It's more like a Matt Candace sort of promotion, I suppose, but it is still technically an in-house promotion that we're going to do at defensive coordinator since Butler is retiring. But it's more so not because maybe it's not because Austin is fit for it. He has experience as a defensive coordinator. It's more so because Tomlin can remain in control of the defense. That's how I see it. That's how I feel it, honestly. Because according to Jerry Dulac, which I will put up here, according to Jerry Dulac, Keith Butler did admit that Keith Butler on Tomlin calling the defensive signal since he became DC. He said, and I quote, "I would have liked to do them myself. Sure I would. I think everybody would. But Mike's the head coach. He can do what he wants to do."
End quote.
So, according to Jerry Dulac and what Butler said after he announced his retirement, it's apparent that Mike Tomlin was indeed the one calling the defensive plays. That was rumored for so many years.
It was being more apparent year after year after year. And I remember in the middle of the season that there was an article, something along the lines like where Butler said he never called a play once in his career as defensive coordinator.
Which I didn't believe at first because this man's been the DC for about 5-6 years now. And they tell me he has not called one defensive snap. But I suppose it's apparent what is going on. I apologize. I did not turn the volume off. Excuse me there. But yes, it's apparent Tomlin was the one calling the defensive shots, and thus Butler just took the hit. Butler took the bullet, honestly. And the promotion of Terrell Austin will just allow Tomlin to remain in control. That's what it seems like to us.
And Austin will just be like another Keith Butler. He'll be nothing but a fall guy whenever the defense ain't making a stop. When the defense can't get the job done. When they can't cover, when they can't stop the run, whatever. And some of that does fall on the players, don't get me wrong. But the fact that Tomlin is the one calling these plays, or he has been this entire time, and it was Butler that was the fall guy for him. And the fact that we're continuing to promote within for Austin to pretty much do the same thing that Butler did for 7 years, I am not a fan of that.
No, because you got guys out there like a Vic Fangio, you got guys like a what's his name? A Wink Martindale.
Don Martindale, Wink himself. He got fired by Baltimore for some random reason.
You got Brian Flores out there, which I know he's going to take a head coaching job, and nor would he come to Pittsburgh for a DC job because, one, he's going to want a DC or a head coaching job, but him and the Minka situation, obviously that didn't end well, so that alone is a reason for Flores not to arrive to Pittsburgh. But
you got Vic Fangio and Don Martindale available.
You got guys out there outside the organization to go grab and better this defense and actually improve the defense, as a matter of fact. But instead, you continue to hire within, as speculated or as expected with Terrell Austin. And that just appears that the whole Tomlin rumors, with what Butler already said, is becoming more apparent as we just continue to promote within, honestly.
And like I said, I'm not a fan of it. I am not cool with that whatsoever.
Nah, me neither.
It's like, why would you not want to keep the guys that you have right now with where they are position-wise? You know, you got Terrell Austin as a secondary coach, Carl Dunbar, defensive line coach. You know, you got those guys right where they need to be because they have benefited those positions since coming in to the Steelers.
Right.
So why would you not keep them where they're at, where they have worked well, and go out your way and actually get an experienced and good defensive coordinator that can call his own shots, that can call his own plays, that could benefit the players on our defense.
Because, and listen, this is no hate on Tomlin, but Tomlin is very greedy. You know, he's kind of got more of a power struggle sort of deal because he's going to be the one that wants to call the DC calls. Rather, if you bring in someone that wants to do that, they're not going to have the freedom because Tomlin.
Yeah, and because of that, they're not going to want to work under Mike Tomlin because they're just going to be there for show. It's like they're not going to do their job to the full extent like they would want to.
Right.
I'm just not a fan of Terrell Austin being. I'm just not a fan of these
in-house promotions.
Yeah.
No, because we're gonna
promoting within. I'm not.
We're gonna remain promoting within. We're gonna remain with Canada. So no.
Which I expected Canada to say. I really did.
And listen, none of this comes as a surprise to any Steelers fan. It's not.
It doesn't. But it's the fact that me and Danny said in our season review that the Steelers, concerned that's an end of an era, Ben's more likely retiring. He's not coming back. Why not use this time to change everything, change stuff up, try something new, try something fresh, something to better your team for years to come? But the fact that they're continuing to do the same stuff, that has been one of the factors in why they have failed in many, many seasons, especially in the playoffs, where they've gone one and done and allowed several points against the opposing team. Why would you want to continue to do that when it has not benefited you one bit?
Because they're complacent.
And I can't stand that, but that's the Pittsburgh Steelers for you. Unfortunately.
All we can do, though, is remain optimistic. All we can do is remain optimistic.
That's all we're going to have to do.
That Canada and the new personnel he's going to have around him will better his play calling and better the scheme for him, which it should. Fingers crossed. I'm not going to get my hopes incredibly high on that, but that's all we can do. And the defense, we got playmakers that will keep the defense at a stray, but I don't know, man. It just seems like they're just going to continue doing the same thing they've been doing, and I don't know if that's going to succeed anytime down the road as we head into a new era.
Yeah, I honestly think it won't succeed, but we're just going to have to wait and see for next season.
Right.
And it really depends on what the Steelers do throughout the rest of the offseason as well. It really does.
Getting into the Q&A, though, I apologize. Stanton Smith said, what would your starting O-line for next season look like? Left tackle, Dan Moore.
Good question.
Left tackle, Dan Moore. Left guard. I'd move Green to guard, and then I'd probably sign or draft a guy to battle with him. Center, Linderbaum. Or a free agent center. One of those two.
That could be a Ryan Jensen. That could be a Jason Kelsey. Isn't there another center? I can't remember who. I think there's more, but those are just the two guys that come off the top of my head when it comes to center.
Of course, right guard, I'm moving Dotson back to right because that's where he's best at. And right tackle, I'm going after a free agent. I feel like the tackle's position, specifically opposite of Moore, needs some veteran experience. We need veteran experience on the line in general. I think right tackle would fill in nicely there.
Yeah, and same with center. There's some decent guys in free agency that we can pick up, that we can sign.
Right.
A lot of decent guys. I think that's something the Steelers need to definitely take a look at and make number one priority.
Pablo asks, who will be our future quarterback? I don't know.
I honestly can't tell you.
I can't tell you. I do not know. All I know is we're not going to get the future this year. That's what I'm speculating. Mason, like it or not, Mason and Haskins will get a chance to start, and I actually agree with it.
I'm fine with it.
Not because they're the future. No one on this team is the future.
And not because we're Mason fans or Haskins fans. We're not fans of them in general. It's just the fact that I think that we're going to have nothing but a gap guy, and why not just start the guys that you have right now?
Right. And I think Garoppolo will just throw it back.
Huh!
Speaking of which, quarterback. That's another topic. The quarterback position. I mean, that'll be a video for next week, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. So definitely
but Garoppolo is one of those guys because he could be cut. I doubt anyone trades for him because of his cap hit. He should be cut. He could be on the market. What I would do, and this is a spoiler for next week, what I would do is I would run with Mason, Haskins, and a free agent quarterback and have them battle. That's what I do for this year.
Yeah.
For this year. This year, I'm focusing on nothing but a gap guy and building everything around before getting your future, probably in 2023 with whoever the next GM is.
Right, exactly.
I'm a Bengals fan. I don't know how to handle this. Now you know how Browns felt last year.
Oh, shoot.
Moses with a $5 super chat says Terry Bradshaw and Ben Roethlisberger will always be my quarterback forever. Plus Terry Bradshaw, immaculate reception, and Ben Roethlisberger pass to Antonio Holmes. Two of their best plays, man.
Yeah, greatest plays in NFL history.
Who should the Steelers pick up at DC? I want Fangio, but I know he's not going to come to the team because it's already speculated. Terrell Austin, our secondary coach, will get promoted. And listen, he does have experience at defensive coordinator. He's had success. He's had his flaws. He actually got fired from the Bengals for having statistically one of the worst runs as a defensive coordinator ever.
If I'm not mistaken, I think the year before that, when he was still the Lions defensive coordinator, I think he was fired from there as well.
I can't confirm if he got fired. He might have just gotten.
He might have been let go. I don't know. It might have been either. Something like that. But
right. What beer y'all sipping on? I got this Red's Hard Apple Peach. Something new. I never tried it before. It's actually solid.
I'm actually not drinking a beer. I'm drinking I probably shouldn't be drinking an energy drink at like 9:30 at night, but I want something to wake me up.
Hey, the Bengals don't run the North. The Ravens are still here, and so are the Browns. Hey, it's a stacked division, but it is shifting. It really is.
You got that right.
Yeah, we should try to get the former Ravens defensive coordinator. I'd love to, but the team's not going to go out their way, man, to go out, and grab somebody outside the organization. Grinding Yardage says, Twins, will Malik Willis be an option with the first-round pick if he's available? Malik Willis should definitely be available at 20. I'm thinking more he could be available in the second round.
I think he's worthy of a second-round pick. And when it comes to the draft, I don't mind a quarterback in the second round. I really don't.
I think first round has to be O-line.
I think regardless.
Depending on what they do in free agency, I think O-line has to be the first pick. That could be tackle, that could be center. I wouldn't even mind corner first round if I'm being real with you, or linebacker.
Depending on who's there.
But I think we got to focus on the line primarily. Willis, if he's in the second round, I'm taking him.
If he's there in the second round, yeah, you snag him.
In my opinion, Willis is a top 3 quarterback this year, but he's probably the rawest.
The most raw.
He's going to need to sit. Yeah, most raw. Thank you, grammar geek here. But
No.
he's going to have to sit, but his athleticism, his talent is off the chains. Do you think we'll sign a vet quarterback? Asked Jessica Herbert. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I have to agree, yeah, sure.
Josh K says, didn't realize you guys were live, just about keeping my eyes open during this game. Yeah, and Aaron Jones will just go up the field past the 20, down to the 14-yard line.
Big run.
I got some money on this game, bro. I need Adams to get a touchdown. I need Lazard to get a touchdown. I need Mitchell to get a touchdown, bro. Come on.
He's gotten more into betting on games and everything.
That's bad. That's bad news, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'd rather just keep the money.
We don't talk about Pats and Rams Super Bowl. That game was that was probably the worst Super Bowl I've ever watched in my life. And I watched the Broncos blow out. Keep all his retirement. All the Kara era coaches and players are officially retired. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you are correct, Alex. That is nuts. I believe you are correct.
Yeah.
Because Ben's going to be gone. That is nuts. The Kara era is closed, guys. That is nuts. Heard Rooney could come in and let go of Canada despite Tomlin's perspective. Well, Rooney always has the final say. That's why, I think it was Dan. Dan was the one that officially made the ruling to select Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
So Rooney's always had the final say, but I don't know. Who would they put in place? Unless they have someone in mind. Do you think the Steelers will sign a big free agent wide receiver like Allen Robinson? I doubt it because they already have their receivers in mind. I'm sure Juju gets resigned. Ray gets resigned. We got Johnson. We got Claypool. On paper, the receivers look solid, but I would sign a vet guy for depth. Or unless we draft someone, and Aaron Rodgers just got sacked, that's a fumble. This game's nuts. Oh, what the fuck is going on today? Could we get 2 upsets? All right, where are we at? Jedi's in the building. He says, bring in Mariota for a 3-way battle at quarterback. Fix O-line early through the draft. I agree,
I
brother.
don't mind Mariota.
I agree. I bring him in and have him battle with Mason and Haskins, and I boost up line big time. I'm already thinking of the first mock draft.
Not just line, but the other positions we got to focus on, too.
Corner, linebacker, receiver.
You got to look at depth as well, running back depth, receiver depth,
yeah,
edge depth.
I'm mostly looking towards that in free agency. Although I do want to make one decent splash at the O-line because I feel like the line needs a veteran aspect. And that wasn't Turner this year.
No, Turner shouldn't come back.
Josh K says, like you said, it's not an Austin problem. If you go through a rigid process and he's the right guy, then it's fine. But if you just promote him because it's the easiest thing to do, then that's wrong. I feel like that's what they did with Matt Canada last year.
That's literally what they did with Matt Canada last year.
Josh, you're right. And I feel like that's what they did with Canada last year. And they're kind of doing that with Austin. The only thing is Austin has experience at DC, but I doubt he has much to say because from what Butler said, it's confirmed, and with the rumors for years, Tomlin's calling the shit on defense.
Yeah, he said Tomlin does whatever he wants.
It seems like Butler was the puppet.
And I feel that Austin will be the next puppet.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Let's see, where are we at in the chat? Where are we at in the chat? Mariota's not trash. Come on. He's perfect for this style. I feel like Mariota's solid. I don't think he's trash.
Trash, no. He's decent.
I mean, he made the playoffs with, a decent team around him when he was with the Titans.
Block kicked.
What is going on today?
Block kicked. It's still 7-0 Green Bay. 20 seconds left in the second quarter.
I want my Mariota.
As a matter of fact, no, my bad. It's halftime.
And you know the thing about Mariota, and I've been thinking about this for a few months now. Pittsburgh is the best place for second chances. Jerome Bettis. Fucking Tommy Maddox. D'Angelo Williams. Joe Hayden. Dwayne Haskins. There's probably many more I'm forgetting. I mean, Pittsburgh is the best place for second chances, and with the quarterback position wide open, that's going to be a target for a guy like Mariota.
Of course. Guy to compete, a guy to potentially start again.
Yeah.
I would not mind Mariota one bit.
Moses with another $5 super chat says, bring Thanos to the Steelers to turn back the time to fix the O-line defense. Clay Matthews, Trevon Diggs, J.J. Watt. Watch on the Steelers. Man, I wish.
Hey, we can all dream, man. We can all dream.
How would you guys feel about Jameis, the quarterback, if the Saints don't sign him? I always liked Jameis. I always liked Jameis, Josh. I want us to pick him up even after we drafted Mason. Honestly, to be the backup to Ben. I always liked Jameis. I still do.
Yeah, I don't mind. Listen, I don't mind Jameis Winston. I don't mind Marcus Mariota. I don't mind Mitchell Trubisky. I don't mind any of those guys. I don't, because Mason needs competition. Haskins needs competition. I can actually see the Steelers bringing Josh Dobbs back for some competition.
I can see that.
I can definitely see them bringing in a veteran. I think that's what they need to do.
I would hope
as far as competition goes.
I would hope so.
Excuse me. And for competition at quarterback, and just give these guys another chance.
Yeah, totally.
Why the hell not? Because they're not bad quarterbacks at all.
I always liked Jameis.
They're not great. Don't get me wrong. They're nothing spectacular. They're not superstars.
I think Jameis is an upgraded Teddy Bridgewater.
But they're decent gap guys, and that's all we can have.
Right. Would you trade for Cousins? Absolutely not. With that contract, no. And his resume against primetime teams or winning teams in primetime, no, I'm good.
Kirk Cousins? No.
Steel Jedi says Mariota would only be a prove-it 1-year deal. People need to understand. Linderbaum Pickett will be gone by pick 20. Well, Pickett will be. Linderbaum, I know he's a big prospect, but I don't see a center going like maybe top 10, maybe top 15, because I know the Ravens might need a center. The Eagles for sure. They pick right before us at 19. So, yeah, he could be gone, but I don't see a lot of center-needy teams as of right now. We'll see what free agency tells us. But I'm going a quarterback in free agency. I'm not going quarterback in this year's draft unless maybe there's a guy that falls.
At least not in the first round.
Right.
Unless it's Kenny Pickett, but I don't see him falling. And to be really honest with you, I don't see the Steelers trading down or up.
Well, nor should we. Because how much capital do we have this year?
And
how much capital?
Not just how much capital, but who are we going to give up as well to trade up?
Right. Well, here's the thing.
Pickett.
My point with the capital this year, we don't have much. We didn't get as many comp picks as we were expecting last year. We traded a fourth to trade up for Loudermilk. We traded a fifth for Witherspoon. We traded a sixth for Schobert. Are we going to get a fourth for Dupree? I think.
And didn't we 4-for-1 for Joe Haig since he played 25% of his snaps?
So how many picks are we going to have this year? So thus, if we were to trade up, we would have to trade some of next year's picks. And will Colbert want to, I don't want to say handicap, but limit, more, that's probably the better term, limit the next GM for his first draft.
And would you want to risk trading those picks when you could use those picks to benefit the other positions for after next season?
Right.
Especially with this quarterback class. It's very weak.
Alex D says, I love Sam Howell. I think he'll end up being the first quarterback taken. Teams will realize how good he really is once they watch him at the Senior Bowl, Combine, and Pro Day. I'm looking forward to seeing how Howell does. I always liked Howell. I was watching Daz Newsome's tape last year, and immediately Howell popped out to me. The way he was able to give Newsome the ball, his throws, his mechanics, the way he motions around in the pocket, his awareness, it impressed me. Now, of course, he didn't have much to work with. He lost all his weapons to the draft last year. He had a bum line, so.
But he still had a pretty decent season, though. Nothing caliber to his first 2 years, but he still had a pretty decent season. Sam Howell is not a bad prospect whatsoever.
And everyone compares him to Baker. I think he's a better Baker. I wouldn't disrespect Howell like that.
I've seen his highlights. I've seen a bunch of his highlights. He does resemble a bit of Baker Mayfield in the way of his stance, the way he moves and even runs with the football. Just a little bit of Baker Mayfield, but I think he could be just a little bit better than Baker at the NFL level.
Right.
But would I go him in the first round? Probably not.
No.
Probably not, because I don't think he's NFL ready immediately.
Well, most of these quarterbacks aren't.
And if I'm the Steelers, I want to rush that.
There's probably 2 quarterback ready day 1 guys, and that's Pickett and Coral. That's probably it. Everyone else is going to have to sit.
Right. And like I said, I wouldn't rush a guy like that.
I'm not rushing quarterback, not this year. I think it's extremely unlikely Pickett will be available at 20, although I don't think he's as good as the average Steelers fan. As a Pitt guy, it's not surprising there's so much hype around him. That's true. Noah says they will go O-line and draft, but depending on free agency, if we go veteran quarterback in free agency, we will get center first round. But if we get center in free agency, we will get Pickett, says Noah. I just don't think Pickett's going to be there. He'll be taken by, I don't know, Panthers, football team, the Giants maybe, I don't know.
The Saints potentially.
Saints, yeah, definitely.
They're 2 picks away from ours.
Right. Derek Carr was a good second-round quarterback. Yeah, there's been news about Carr going to the Steelers. He has the second best odds or something like that. I saw this morning on Twitter. He's not going to be the Steelers quarterback this year, but I wouldn't mind grabbing him when his contract expires next year. But I think he retires a Raider.
I don't see him leaving Las Vegas. I don't see him leaving the Raiders. I think he's a Raider through and through.
Right.
I really do.
Who are you taking at 20? Gardner, Linderbaum, or Pickett? Son of a bitch.
See, man, Sauce Gardner, dude, he's such a great talent, a great prospect.
If we were to go corner at 20, I would really like a Gardner who I don't know if he's going to be there, but I love Gardner or I love Kyer Elam. He has NFL bloodlines that the Steelers love. He's a very good prospect. He's a sticky corner.
Yeah.
And in some weird way, I know the resume doesn't obviously benefit us, but recently, you look at Pierre, you look at Witherspoon, you look at Sutton a little bit, maybe Hilton, which, by the way, we should have kept Hilton. Not fucking, what's his name? 72 is eligible over there, and Steelers onesies, but...
Or try to replace Millett with him.
Yeah, really, but recently, the way we develop corners has been a little more successful. Or even DBs. Look at Edmonds.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A lot of people don't like Evans, but 20, he's progressed year by year.
At 20, though, I think as of right now, still my number 1 prospect is Tyler Linderbaum.
Yeah.
I think we need a true natural center. But I think for the first round in general, it should be offensive line.
Right.
Got to buff that position up a lot.
I have a question. Do you agree that they will try to get Jimmy G and then they will draft an O-line in the draft? I do not think they will try Jimmy G unless he's a free agent, which is probably the most likely
the case
aspect. But if you have Jimmy G, I mean, I don't know if he'll just take a 1-year prove-it deal. Because that's all I'm anticipating for us to sign a free agent for is 1 year. Are you guys doing Madden during the offseason? You guys should do career mode. I might do so. I mean, I already have it on PlayStation. I don't have it for PC yet, which is the main source of how we live stream it. But I might hook some up. I might hook some up.
See, I don't play Madden. I actually don't have. I know you do. I don't have the new Madden. He does. So Danny might just do it.
I've been playing it pretty solid actually. Where am I in the chat? Just refresh, son of a bitch. I just refreshed. Where it is. Aaron Rodgers will win us some playoff games. Aaron Rodgers isn't coming to Pittsburgh, brother. He's not. I give up that hope, man.
We all had that fantasy early this past season. It's not happening.
No. I don't want it to happen. It's just going to blind us from the fact that we got to rebuild the line. Most of the cap's going to go to A-Rod. I'm good. If Hayden does stay, where do you see us draft corner or at all? Well, let's say Hayden does stay. Do we keep Witherspoon, or does he test free agency? Then you're looking at Hayden, Sutton. I would put Norwood in the slot. That's just me.
Oh, yeah, that's where he fits best.
I'd put Norwood in the slot.
That's where he fits best, yeah.
And then you have Pierre and Lane at corner. Those are 5 corners. Unless you do keep Hayden and Witherspoon, then your corner core is straight. But I doubt Hayden stays. I would keep Witherspoon. And then you could look at Witherspoon. You could look at the corner core next year being Witherspoon, Sutton, Norwood as the starting 3. Unless you want to keep Norwood as the dime guy and put Sutton in the slot and have someone opposite of Witherspoon. Who would that be? I don't know.
I think if Hayden leaves, but we keep Witherspoon, I think we should still look at corner, whether that's free agency or the draft. Right. I like Witherspoon. He stepped up a lot. He's actually been one of the diamonds in the rough since week 12 for the Steelers. He's done very, very well. And I think he's definitely earned and proved his case to have a one-year deal, to be extended for 1 year.
Right.
But I don't know about him being a number one yet. I don't really know about that because Hayden was always the number one when he was in. Witherspoon stepped in fine. He did good. But I don't know him being a full-time number one yet. That's why I think that if we were to keep him but not Hayden, we can still look at free agent corners.
Well, I'm telling you right now, I'm keeping Witherspoon over Hayden. I love Hayden.
Oh, so would I.
But I'm not keeping Hayden this year.
Yeah, I appreciate Hayden's done everything that he's done for the Steelers.
I lived through the bottom of the barrel when it came to corner. Okay, that's what I grew up on. I'm so appreciative of Hayden, but I'm not keeping him this year.
Now, not just because he's Joe Hayden, because of his name.
Yeah,
if you actually look at what he did in his last few weeks as a Steeler,
well, it's just the common.
It wasn't bad.
It's just the common.
Or it wasn't good for Hayden. He was actually a little bad.
It's just what happens with aging corners. They decrease.
Yeah, and I don't want that to be the case for us. I don't want to deal with that.
Darticle asks quarterback or O-line first round. O-line.
O-line.
That could be tackle. That could be center. That could be guard. But I'm going OT or OC. Rudolph has a whole year to prepare. He might improve next season. He might. There's a lot of fucking Rudolph hate. And I don't know where it came from. I don't know why there's a lot of Rudolph hate. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand it one bit. I really don't.
I don't understand it.
Like, what did this man do wrong? Honestly.
I don't think he's that bad.
No, he's
not the future, but he's not that bad.
He's not that bad whatsoever. He's a decent backup who can be a fine bridge quarterback for next season.
Yeah.
He's not the future. He's not the heir. He's not even a good quarterback. I know that. We all know that.
Yeah, we know what to expect from Mason at this point.
But he's not overly horrible.
So I don't know where all the Mason hate comes from. Let's call a spade. Pickett and Linderbaum will be gone by 20. Kenyon Green is the guy round 1. Lynn Storm round 2. That's solid, man. Lynn Storm potentially, yeah, he has bloodlines as well.
Do you think Kenyon Green lasts to 20?
I don't know. He could.
I don't know. He's a very versatile alignment. I can actually see him being top 15.
Really?
I really can. I can see him going to potentially Baltimore. I could see him going to maybe Philly.
I don't know, man.
Maybe
another Green on the line. I don't know about that. I'm just saying. If you catch my drift. But no. Kenyon Green is a very good prospect.
I just don't know if he lasts to 20. I really don't.
I don't know. But every year people drop.
They do.
That's
the one thing that everybody does have to remember. Like, these people freaking drop for no darn reason.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty crazy.
Dante and Kyler, what about Vic Fangio, the Denver Bronco dude at D.C.? Of course, that's who I really want. That's who we stated, but we know that's not going to happen.
No. Unfortunately not.
The only mobile quarterback the Steelers had before Ben was Cordell Stewart. Yeah, Slash. That was my first jersey. Imagine if he was in today's league. He was so ahead of his time, man. Who is the Steelers' new DC? Terrell Austin.
At least it's speculated to be Terrell Austin. It's not confirmed yet.
Right.
But he's definitely in line to replace Butler with that.
Right. Dobbs is a coordinator, not a player, says Michael O'Malley. I agree. Dobbs gives me a lot of Byron Leftwich vibes.
Yeah, I think
he is a coach in training.
Yeah, Dobbs reminds me a lot of Leftwich. I think he can be a fantastic coach. He's such a smart individual. For not just, because he's a big geek in rocket science, but he's got great football IQ as well. His football IQ is severely underrated.
He's going to be next Byron Leftwich. He really is. What was your most favorite win and Pittsburgh Dad reaction from this season? Most favorite win was definitely the Browns win at home.
Monday night, yeah.
I cried like a baby, bro.
Yeah, it was an emotional night for sure. I'll never forget it, ever.
Pittsburgh Dad reaction? Oh, God, there's a lot of good ones. It was probably the one, which one was it? It was the one game. Maybe it was it the first Ravens game? I think it was the first Ravens game.
I actually don't remember that one. I probably have to say the most recent, the wild card one, because that one, I feel like that was the funniest out of all of them.
Right.
Like, I laughed at all of them, but I laughed so hard at that one. Like, that one was very good. That's a classic.
Right.
If anybody hasn't seen it, yeah, I highly recommend. Go to Pittsburgh Dad, see his most recent video about the wild card against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You'll get a freaking laugh out of it.
Oh, always. With
it's
his
great.
Content. Why can't we just go with O-line and give Mason or Haskins a chance to see what they can do? Ask Brett Richer. I think that's what they do. That's what I do.
That's what I think the Steelers should do.
That's what I do. What quarterback should we avoid in the draft? Carson Strong. Fucking.
What's that other guy's name? Brock Purdy?
Who?
Brock Purdy.
Who?
I think he's out of Illinois. Something like that. I was never a fan of him. I looked at him. I'm just not too keen on him at all. I'm not big on Carson Strong. He reminds me of a standard pocket passer, but in today's NFL, I don't think that's really going to work
He's a
anymore.
statue.
I don't think that's going to work.
I'm not a fan. Omar Khan is the next GM, says Jedi. I think it's going to be Brandon Hunt. I think it's Hunt. I mean, I know Khan's gotten a lot of interviews in the past.
He's actually getting interviewed for the Bears GM position Monday.
Is he really?
I don't know if he's going to take it or if he's going to be the favorite. We're going to have to wait and see.
Right.
I don't know. I can see Khan being the guy due to his cap capabilities of what he's done for us.
Well, both guys have they've worked closely with Colbert, so it could be either. But I'd go Hunt. If we let Omar Khan go, we will get 2 third-round picks, one this year, one next year. Yep, because that new minority role the NFL put in. So that could be Monday, man. Could be Monday. Tomlin wants a mobile quarterback. He said it countless times. That's why I do think they go after a guy like Mariota.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
We are drafting quarterback. There isn't any quarterbacks worthy drafting this year. I agree.
Outside of Pickett, I just don't think – outside of Pickett, I don't see anybody being a day one starter.
Right.
I really don't. What's going on? Still 7-0.
Still same score, and I'm losing fucking money. Thanks. See, man, I got to stop betting. It's two straight weeks of me betting. I'm losing money, bro.
Don't bet tomorrow.
I'm going to have to.
Don't bet. No, you're not.
I got bonus funds, bro.
I don't give a crap what you got.
We won't go cornerback.
Stop betting.
Fuck you.
No, fuck it. No, keep your money. Why lose it?
Because it's fun.
It's not fun. It's stressful.
It's not stressful. We won't go cornerback round 1. Just ask the Twins how scared they were the last time we did. Yeah. Don't remind me. Don't remind me, Jedi.
Funny you mentioned that. I think coincidentally it was the 20th pick, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it?
No.
What? I thought it was.
No, it was the 25th pick.
Oh, that's what it was. I don't know why.
William Jackson 20th. Went 24. We had the 25th
I thought
pick.
It was 20th. That's my fault. I'm
no,
sorry.
The last time we had the 20th pick was when we trade up for Bush.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's what I was remembering. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That was my bad. My fault.
Yeah, exactly. And it just refreshed again. God damn it. Now I have to scroll all the way up. And I do realize we are late on. This is a yearly thing. We're always late on the questions. I apologize, guys.
All the time.
We have a live Madden NFL on your channel. You should do career mode. Yeah, I think that'll be in mind for sure. Joey Porter Jr. draft ready yet? I think he is. He could be a good dime guy, honestly.
No, he's coming back.
Oh, he's going back?
He's going back for at least another year.
Oh, well, good for him.
No, I think that's smart of Joey Porter Jr. I think that's smart.
Okay, that's good to know.
You definitely got to keep an eye on for next year's draft. That's for sure.
Obviously.
That's for sure.
Obviously. Alex D says, thoughts on linebacker round 1 if someone like Dean is there? Yeah, I mean.
N'Kobe Dean?
Excuse me.
I mean, man.
He'd be hard to pass on.
He's a monster.
And we need linebacker. I'm kind of more aiming towards like a Christian Harris in the second round.
Yeah, if he's there in the second round, I wouldn't mind him. He's an interesting prospect. A lot of uprise for him.
Yeah. Honestly, because I really want to boost O-line round 1.
I say uprise, I meant upside.
I mean, I know I said corner a few like minutes ago, but seriously, we need to boost O-line. I don't think going defense round 1 is really a good recipe, to be real with you.
All right.
We need to go O-line. Rex Ryan gets paid too much to eat chips and talk football. No, Rex Ryan's he's not coaching again. Do you think Steelers will cut Joe Schobert? If they can't get a restructure going, I can see it for sure. He could be one of those surprise cuts.
Yeah, I can honestly see it.
He can be one of those surprise cuts.
Schobert, he's not great, but he's not bad. But with what he's getting paid, definitely try to get.
Definitely not worth it. Mitchell, give me a touchdown. Go, Mitchell. Get it.
He's nowhere near
fucking
it.
Bitch, bro. I need my money. Sorry.
See what you put yourself through?
Yeah, I know. I think we got to assign Witherspoon. He's the best quarter on the roster right now, says Alex. I agree.
Yeah.
Sutton needs to play slot. He wasn't good at all outside. No, he's not.
I have to agree. I think him in the slot's much better.
This year definitely proved that he needs to remain in the slot. He needs to be put in the slot for sure. and I'd have Norwood definitely be the dime guy. Although, if they do want to put or keep Sutton outside, I'd put Norwood in the slot. Norwood was a serious diamond in the rough. For a 7th-round guy, bro, anytime he was on the field, very rarely did he make mistakes in his position.
Of course.
What are you guys' thoughts on Tomlin? I think that he is just a player's coach and can't out-scheme any good teams. He only relies on talent. He won a Super Bowl with Cowboys team. I want him out. I see why everyone says that, and I can't really disagree.
No, I don't disagree whatsoever. I don't disagree with you saying that he won with Cowboys players. I don't disagree one bit. I think it's true. He did win with Cowboys personnel. He won with his players.
Yeah, and he has yet to, go back with his own squad, but I think it's still impressive that, and I know we don't achieve anything with it, so what does it really fucking matter? But it's impressive that he still has yet to have a losing season. And yes, I know that's the only thing people harper on with Tomlin. I know.
Nah, for real, though. Like, Mike Tomlin, he does, when it comes to big games, when it comes to the postseason, he's definitely got to show up better.
One of my biggest
and quite honestly, if he is the one, well, more than likely, he is the one calling the plays on defense, he's got to stop doing that.
He needs to let his coordinators have freedom.
He needs to let the coordinators do their job.
He needs to hire better coordinators, man, personally. Charles Cross or Trevor Penning. Cross, man, he'd be the dream. I know he's probably a better left tackle, and we have that locked down, but Cross would be the dream. He's one of the guys that definitely you want to hope he's there.
I prefer Cross.
Yeah.
I don't mind Penning, but Cross is much better.
Right.
At least in my opinion.
Kobe Bryant, round 3. That's another guy I'm targeting.
Yeah.
The guy opposite,
Jedi, yes.
The guy opposite Sauce Gardner. That's another guy I'm targeting.
He's a guy that is an interesting prospect, man. He's got so much talent, so much upside.
Give him number 8.
Hell yeah, give him number 8.
Tomlin should be looking for a new job, says Michael O'Malley. You gotta wait 3 years for that, buddy. Millette was nice in the slot. He was really good in the run defense. I wasn't impressed with his coverage skills. I was not impressed with that.
Yeah, if I'm going to be real, I wouldn't bring Millette back, if I'm going to be completely honest.
I wouldn't. Honestly, if I'm looking at it next year, Witherspoon, maybe Sutton outside, Norwood in the slot, or if you want to put someone opposite of Witherspoon and keep Sutton in the slot and Norwood as the dime backer, that's fine with me. Then you got Pierre, you got Lane. Maybe they start Pierre outside. I wouldn't do that, but I could see the Steelers doing that. They have a lot of faith in the guy.
But again, they can still go in the free agency and get potentially a Kyle Fuller if he leaves Denver.
Right.
Or maybe a Casey Hayward if he doesn't resign with Las Vegas.
Right.
That way you have Sutton in the slot and you have another depth piece in Trey Norwood in which they can split reps.
Right, and maybe you draft a guy in the 7th round. Unless you're already capable with your corner core there.
Something like that, yeah.
Bring back Shakur Brown. Where is Shakur Brown? I always liked him. I
haven't heard that name in a while, Shakur Brown.
He is a free agent. We could bring him back. We could bring him back. I always liked Shakur Brown.
That's if we give him a futures contract, if we contact him again.
You guys watching the UFC fights tonight? I didn't even know there was fights, bro. I haven't kept track of UFC in a minute. I only watched the big fights. What fights are on tonight? As a matter of fact.
Yeah, I haven't watched UFC since Mayweather broke his leg.
Really?
Yeah. It was a nasty, nasty scene right there. That was the last time I really watched UFC or any kind of mixed martial arts fighting.
Right. Same.
In that manner.
15 years of mediocrity, I'm over Tomlin, says Michael. I can't disagree.
Hey, listen, man, I don't blame him one bit. Tomlin's not perfect whatsoever.
Listen, I love Tomlin, but he has underachieved for years, and he just gets by with his winning record. That's about it. Because I don't see no change with him.
I just know that we're not going to get rid of him.
No, so I got to live with it.
And all these betting odds of him being the next Vikings coach or the Raiders coach, it's like he's not leaving.
No.
The Steelers don't fire coaches, and they just extend him this past offseason.
Yeah.
So he's not going to leave. I know he's not going to leave. The only time he's going to leave is when he's officially done coaching, and I don't even know when that's going to be done for him.
I don't know. He's coming up on the 20-year mark. No, 15-year mark.
Yeah, he's going to be, 47? Something like that this offseason?
Right.
He doesn't show any signs of no interest in football yet.
Right.
He's still coaching.
Wide receiver Juju is still a child. Claypool needs anger management. Deontay can't catch. Rivera is too short. Washington is the only reliable guy. Deontay and Juju should go. Then get veteran wide receiver in free agency. I want to let go of Deontay. He's our number one. I know he has his reoccurring issues. He drops shit. He's always fucking going back 5 yards after catching the ball. He's always fucking dancing like he's on Dancing with the Stars. He's talking shit on Twitter now. Like, what the fuck? These receivers never shut the fuck up. That's why I appreciate a guy like James Washington. Yeah, he wanted out. Yeah, he's going to go out. Hopefully he succeeds with another team. But at least he was professional about it. He didn't make a fucking scene because he wanted out. Because the Steelers didn't trade him.
Yeah, he didn't go on social media and let out his frustrations. It's like, if you can't handle the negativity on social media, then maybe you shouldn't be on social media. Maybe take a break from it and focus on your freaking on your mishaps.
Right.
Work on what the heck is wrong with your freaking style on the field.
But Deontay's not leaving.
No, he's not.
I would keep him as a priority to resign, to keep him as our number one. Claypool, bro, he just needs to take advantage of his God-given ability.
He's 6'4", he's like 235. He's got
238 probably.
Dude, he's got freakish rare size for a wide receiver.
And people compare this guy to Calvin Johnson. That is a disgrace to Calvin Johnson.
He's Megatron. No, he's not. He's Tripatron. He trips on everything. I swear to God,
Claypool's just clumsy.
He's too clumsy. That's
clumsy Claypool.
And he's still young. He can still develop in a way. He can still get better, but he really needs to.
He needs to take that next leap next year.
He does.
If I don't see it, bro, I'm done with Claypool.
Because, man, did he have an off year?
Yeah, he did. And I'm keeping Juju. That'll be another video for the offseason, but I'm keeping Juju.
I agree.
Let's see. Should the Steelers trade their first with the Jets, their 35th overall, and acquire many picks to fill in the gaps? Hope they can get Kobe Bryant from Cincy. I'd be up for trading back if some of the guys aren't there. To
get more picks?
Yeah. Like a Linderbaum or maybe a Kenyon Green. Or maybe one of the quarterbacks is gone.
I mean, if you don't want to reach, quote unquote, and if you want to get extra picks, sure, why not? Or who knows? Because I think the Lions have the Rams pick.
Right.
From when they trade away Stafford. If they want to trade up, maybe trade all the way back there and get some picks out of it.
Maybe.
The Lions could be a team we could trade back. Or the Jets or.
But that's something Colbert's never done.
I know.
Never.
But I think for his final year, he should experiment these ideas or have some interest in this stuff.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what Colbert does, see if he goes out the box.
Yeah, regardless of what's happening right now and what's going to happen, it's going to be a very interesting offseason on what the Steelers do for the next era.
Colbert's last run, man. Why did we let go of Antoine Brooks? I have no idea. Better question. Why did we get rid of
Where is he right now?
Good fucking question.
Antoine Brooks?
Antoine Brooks, bro.
You know what's crazy? He was supposed to be the starting slot guy. He's with the Rams.
He's with the Rams. He was the starting slot guy at training camp, and now we don't even know who our fucking slot guy is. And this wouldn't have happened if we didn't get rid of Mike Hilton.
You know, in a way, we disrespected Mike Hilton.
Yeah.
With his craft, with his...
We kept tendering him.
So why would not... I don't think we gave him an extension. Or offered him one, I should say. Which is so sad because he came up big in that Bengals game. He came up big. He came up clutch, and he has all year.
A better question I have for the chat. Why did we get rid of Quincy Roche? To keep a guy like Ulysses Gilbert III. Why? For special teams? Something Roche can do? I didn't understand the point of keeping so many inside linebackers. You got Bush and Schobert that are wearing the green dot that never leave the fucking field. Outside of, maybe when Spillane pops in, but... Then you play Marcus Allen. I barely see Gilbert on the field. So what's the point of keeping so many inside linebackers to get rid of a guy you had a 3rd or 4th round grade on in Quincy Roche, and you lack in edge depth now?
But you could have had more edge guys, man. You had Jameer Jones and Melvin Ingram after a preseason. They are no longer on the team.
Those two started the first game versus the Bengals. They were no longer with the team after, 4 weeks?
Now Ingram's going to be playing tomorrow night. And Jameer Jones, isn't he part of the Rams too? Or did he get released
I think he got cut.
So, nonetheless, in Quincy Roche, I think he's going to be a stud rotational guy for the Giants.
Right.
And the Giants have nothing going for them, but I think Roche will be a nice rotational piece for their defense. I do.
Eagles with their 3 first-round picks, they're going to take all the guys we want. Also, how the hell did they get 2 extra first-rounders picks? Well, they traded they traded Wentz, and that second rounder turned into a first rounder, and I forget how they got the other.
How did they get the others? I'm trying to remember.
How did they get it? I forget. But they have 3 first-rounders.
I can't remember either. Shoot.
Right. If we keep Coach Morgan, remember he drafted Alec Linderbaum, older brother Chris at the Falcons. I think we do keep, Chris Morgan.
Yeah, another thing, Chris Morgan, ever since Adrian Clem left for Oregon, the last 2 weeks, the O-line actually looked better than it did all season. I will say that.
He's had success.
And he's had success, yeah. He definitely has. And when it comes to an in-house promotion, Morgan's one of those guys that I don't mind because in the later weeks, in the final weeks, he was actually pretty progressive with the offensive line development.
You're right, and I'm not expecting it, but I'd still go out there and try to get like a Doug Marrone.
If anything, go out and interview these guys from outside the organization.
Right.
If anything, that's what I want them to at least do. Go out their way for DC or offensive line coach, whatever. Go out your way and interview these guys and see if they are interested in coming into Pittsburgh. Some along the lines like that.
Yeah, at least interview them.
Don't just be complacent and not even go out your way and talk to these guys, reach out to these guys, interview these guys. Go out and at least try and get somebody in there.
Yeah, real shit.
If you can't come to an agreement, then whatever. Whatever.
What y'all doing if TJ doesn't win? I might honestly punch a wall. Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll probably break something. I'll probably reserve this and break it over. Like, I'll probably throw it at a car.
I don't know what I'd do. I'd yell. I'd probably yell.
I'd probably open the window and just toss it.
If TJ don't win, man, he ain't ever winning it.
Yeah, I mean, that video's already up for premiere on February 7th, which is the week of the NFL Honors. So, I mean, we already got our thoughts out on that. But TJ Watt is your confirmed Defensive Player of the Year. And the reason why I say confirmed is because it should be fucking unanimous.
No Trevon Diggs, no Micah Parsons, no Robert Quinn, no Myles Garrett.
22.5 sacks while playing 15 games and exiting 3 of them. I mean, what the fuck? In his 5th year? Without Bud Dupree on the other side?
Hardly doing any reps in training camp?
I mean, what the fuck? What are your thoughts on trading Claypool?
If I'm going to be real, I'd be open for it.
I am open to trading Claypool.
I would be open to trading Claypool. I would not mind.
I'm open to trading Claypool. I hope he rebounds. I'm not saying trade Claypool, but I'm open to offers.
Yeah.
I'd be open to offers. I doubt they do it, though.
I highly doubt they do it. I really do.
I really hope Tomlin goes to the Raiders. You'd have to wait for that because that's not happening anytime soon. My senior quote will be, "Hey, Tom, Pittsburgh dad." I got a coworker at work. His name's Tom, and he's a Seattle fan. So when we beat the Seahawks on Sunday Night Football, when TJ Watt forced that fumble, I went into work and I was like, "Hey, Tom!"
That's funny as hell.
Yeah. Where are we at? It fucking refreshed again.
It always does that. YouTube's got to stop doing that.
It do gotta stop. Where we at here?
What's the score update? 7-3.
7-3.
San Francisco got a field goal.
I'm not making my money back. Son of a bitch. Maybe tomorrow.
Garoppolo almost threw a pick.
Maybe tomorrow. Son of a bitch. Should we draft Hayward brother? I could see it. He'd be a number 3 tight end. Isn't he a tight end or is he a running back?
I thought he was fullback or something. Oh, no, maybe he is tight end.
Well, hold on. What's his size? Isn't he like 6 foot or something? Connor Hayward. I think he's undersized for tight end. Yeah, he's 6 foot 230. Yeah, he's undersized. He'd be a fullback.
Yeah, he's definitely a fullback.
He'd be a fullback. He's undersized for tight end. Way too undersized, but I bring him in. Where are we at? Would you take Derek Carr? Absolutely. Should we offer Witherspoon the starting cornerback job? We should give it to him. He earned it. I don't want a mobile quarterback. I want someone that plays his position right now, a quarterback that plays like a running back. I want a quarterback that will run the ball when he has to, not a run first guy.
Yeah.
I want like a Derek Carr or a Joe Burrow or a who's another good one? I guess Aaron Rodgers. A guy that plays his position, plays in the pocket, makes his reads, but if he has to run the ball, he's capable of doing so. Do you see Sutton playing Hilton's role rather than outside? That's where he should be. But he can never live up to Hilton's role.
No.
I always liked Hilton more than Sutton. That's just me.
It was always my fantasy last offseason to keep both, but I knew it wasn't going to happen.
We could have. There was a way we could.
I feel like there definitely was a way we could have, but obviously we were just going to stick with the cheaper guy, which Son's not bad, but I don't think he's a true outside guy.
He's not.
I think he's best in the slot, and that's fine.
Moses with $2 superstar says Jake Paul is a pro boxer. No, he's not. No, he's not. Put him in there with a real fucking boxer. Like, put him in there with Tyson Fury. With no fucking big money bullshit where it's all rigged and scripted and all this fucking bullshit. Put him in there with Tyson Fury. Let's see how much of an actual boxer the motherfucker is. Who's the best option at right tackle? In free agency, I'm looking at Trent Brown, even though he has injury issues. Mitchell Schwartz, is he healthy? How about a Morgan Moses?
Yeah, those are the three guys that come off the top of our heads as far as free agent right tackles go.
I want to bring Chucks back, though. I'll tell you right now, I'm not bringing back Chucks. It's not because Chucks is terrible. It's just because he's going to want starter money, and I don't think he's starter.
Yeah, exactly.
Anymore.
I was going to say I'd be interested in bringing him back as a backup, but like you said, he's good. He has starting experience, and he's going to want starter money. And I don't think we should overpay. We already overpaid Zach Banner.
Yeah, I'm not overpaying Chucks. SteelTwins, are y'all watching the Royal Rumble next week? Yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Although I'm not too interested into it.
I'm not anticipating much, but it's the Rumble, I guess. Plus, Mama wants to watch it, so. If the Steelers trade up for a quarterback in the draft, who or what do you think they would give up for the higher pick? Oh, it'd have to be this year's pick, next year's first rounder, probably next year's second or third, probably this year's third.
For a quarterback, it's definitely going to be a big bundle.
It's going to be a lot, which Colbert never does, which is why I'm not seeing it, nor would I do it, because we don't have the capital, and I don't think Colbert wants to limit whoever the next GM is for next year's draft.
And we just got too many positions that we got to figure out and take care of.
Right.
Quarterback should not be rushed. It doesn't need to be rushed. We can be patient about it.
That's what I would do. Dallas Quinley says, do we take another wide receiver in the draft? I think so.
I can see it happening, whether that's day 2 or the middle of day 3. I can see a receiver for sure.
I would love Wan'Dale Jones in the 3rd or 4th if he lasts. Wan'Dale Robinson. Justin Ross, if he can stay healthy.
There's what's that guy's name? Reggie Robertson.
Yeah.
He's a talented guy as well. There's this one wide receiver from Boise State. I can't remember his name, but he's an intriguing prospect to me as well. He's a pretty speedster type of guy, and we could use some speed at wide receiver.
We need speed. That's why I like a guy like a Wan'Dale Robinson who has speed. He's a great slot weapon, elusive as shit, yak ability. He's got hands.
I can definitely see us selecting receiver. I don't deny that one bit.
I
wouldn't hate it either. I really want. We're the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah. Wide receiver core has some talent, but the problem is there is no true identity. You look at the Bengals. The wide receiver core has a true identity, and Jamar Chase, and now they're in the AFC Championship game. Says Leedy. You're right. Would you bring in a punter to challenge Harvin? I would have kept Waitman, but he got
picked up by Denver, I think.
I think it was Denver. I think we still bring in another punter. Whoever that is whoever. It'll probably be some undrafted guy like we always do, but that's about it. Harvin's going to be the punter next year, and I'm fine with that.
And I got to say, in that Chiefs game, Presley Harvin looked the best he did.
He had his head on straight. He even admitted 2 weeks before he lost his father on Christmas, he lost his grandmother. He was going through a lot. So I will give him a break. I think we all should give him a break. He was also a rookie.
And with us promoting Juju and getting rid of Waitman, I mean,
that's a confidence booster.
The guy, and with what he was going through, Presley Harvin needed confidence. He needed to know that the team needed to show and believe in him.
Right.
Needed to show this is why we drafted you.
Right.
This is why we drafted you to be our punter for the future.
Right.
And in the Chiefs game, he looked stellar. He did really good.
Yeah.
He did really, really well. And I think he will continue to do better. I really do.
No, totally. They pitch it to Jones. God, can no one score a fucking touchdown this half? Jesus Christ. Terrell Austin's impact on the Steelers' defense has been felt in the turnover department. 3 years before Austin joined staff, 60 turnovers forced. Last 3 years with Austin on the staff, 85 turnovers forced.
Yeah, he's done well as a secondary coach.
He has, but I think a lot of that has to do with the emergence of Minkah Fitzpatrick. It totally does.
Even then, still, Minkah's been very vocal about Austin, saying he's helped him a lot.
Oh, of course.
And Austin's been a great individual and a great coach for everybody.
I mean,
which I don't deny.
Well, the secondary, the core, the depth. I mean, it was a lot better than when we had, who was it, Carnell Lake as our secondary coach?
Yeah.
I mean, it's night and day with this guy. That's why I'd keep him as a secondary coach.
Yeah.
He might remain a secondary coach as well as DC, but
I think you just make sure he keeps a hold of one position with the Steelers, and you go out your way and get a better and a more familiar DC.
Although, if he becomes DC, Tomlin probably is going to take over anyway, so thus he can still prioritize secondary as his primary position.
Regardless, yeah. I mean, if more likely Austin's going to get promoted, and more likely Thomas is just going to keep doing what he's done for 7 years.
Thoughts on Butler retiring and us promoting another in-house name? Asked Nick. Yeah.
You know, like I said earlier, I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not.
It's just same old, same old. And it gives Tomlin more control, or keeps him in control, rather. Absolutely not a fan. It's not a Terrell Austin issue.
It's not.
It's the in-house promotion issue.
It's a Steelers issue. It's one of the Steelers issues that they need to get away from. They really do.
Would 2022 be like 2019, juggling Mason and Haskins all year? I don't know.
I mean, if there's one thing from that season, it proved that Tomlin can be able to win games even with subpar quarterbacks.
Well, here's the thing. Between that and this upcoming year, at least we'll have a running back, a dependable running back, and hopefully a boosted line that can actually give him proper lanes instead of him getting most of the yards for himself.
Yeah, you don't need to depend on a quarterback to throw 50 times like Mason did in the Lions games, which he shouldn't have done, and he didn't need to do.
No.
Because I remember that Lions rush D, it was not good this year. It's something that we should have taken advantage of in the first place, and we didn't. We had Mason throw it 50 times. He never should have done that.
Right.
And depending on who's going to be the quarterback, he doesn't need to throw it 50 times a game. Because we got Najee.
Nor should he.
That's why we drafted Najee.
We're going to be a run-heavy team next year, which is why I'm also going to look into free agency for a running back, too. I'm not drafting none of these day 3 bums anymore. I'm not. These Jalen Samuels, these Benny Snells, these fucking... Who else? Fucking Anthony McFarland. Kalen Balazs was a day 3 guy. I'm not drafting no more day 3 bums. I'm going out my way and grabbing someone similar to what we did with D'Angelo Williams or LeGarrette Blount.
Yeah.
Or even a Deuce Staley if you want to go way back then.
Way back in the day,
I'm going out of my way and grabbing a good running, a second running back behind Najee and splitting.
Yeah, you do a nice running back by committee.
Although I doubt Tomlin does it. He's always ran his running backs to the ground. We have too many needs. I'd start with fixing both lines, says Robert. I agree. I'd boost up the line. D-line, honestly, if you look at D-line, because Alu has confirmed he's coming back, which is great. That's great news. I don't know about Tuitt. If Tuitt's not coming back, he could be another surprise cut. He could retire. That'll save us cap if that's the case. Hopefully, I don't hope that's the case because he's so great and so missed. But, you know, stuff happens. Hopefully, Tuitt's fine. But if he's not coming back, I'm sure we'll run with Chris Wormley. Wormley was very good this year.
Yeah, he proved that he was a capable starter for the Steelers.
But look at the D-line next year. Let's say Tua doesn't come back. We got Alu, we got Wormley, we got Hayward. That's your starting 3 interior guys. Then you have the Davis twins, Carlos and Khalil Davis. You got Montravius Adams, who I'd bring back. You got Loudermilk.
If Tua doesn't come back, you can go out your way and find a decent defensive line depth. That could be Takaris McKinley or whoever else is out there.
You know who I pick up, though? Tim Settle. I was looking at guys for a free agent wish list, which will be another video down the road towards the closer we get to free agency. But Tim Settle, interior defensive lineman, you know, he was buried in the Washington depth chart because of Daron Payne and Matt Ioannidis, or whoever his name is. Those are 2 guys they gave big extensions. Those are 2 guys they, start over Settle. But Settle, in very limited time, has looked very good. Tomlin, last year when we played the football team, when he was doing his Tomlin Tuesdays, he praised Settle for stepping in. And keep in mind, Tim Settle is a Virginia Tech guy. Tomlin loves his Virginia Tech guys.
Obviously.
So, I don't know what the deal is with Tuitt and company, but I wouldn't mind boosting the defensive tackle position or the defensive line position in general. I'd go after a cheap guy like Tim Settle.
Yeah, someone that's young, cheap, but extremely talented and has a very high ceiling still.
And he's very young. He's only 24.
He got a lot of years left in his career, and the guy, I believe he was a first-round pick, if I'm not mistaken.
5th-round pick.
5th-round pick, even then.
5th-round pick.
Wow. Still, with the guy, his talent in the 5th round.
I always liked Tim Settle. So I would really hope the Steelers, at least take a look at him. To be real with you.
I definitely think they look at defensive line depth for sure. You definitely want to boost that.
Yeah.
After everything that happened last year, definitely make sure that position is filled with talent.
What's the deal with Carl Joseph? I have no idea. Not a clue, Dallas. I couldn't tell you. Steelers let Hilton go over Sutton. They thought Sutton was going to be that guy. I thought he was too.
Yeah.
Tyler Linderbaum, we need him, says Spaceboy. I agree. Is Adams our starting DT in 22? That will be Alualo, but Adams will rotate, which I'm fine with.
No, I'm fine with Adams. Is a great depth piece.
Very good depth piece. I think Canada wants a mobile slash style quarterback. Yeah, totally. That's what fits his system better.
Depending on if the play calling works is yet to be seen. We're going to have to wait, obviously.
Who will be our starting strong safety next year? Should we go after Honey Badger? Our starting strong safety next year will be Terrell Edmonds.
At least it should. It should be Terrell Edmonds.
As it should be. I know everyone's tossing out Jordan Whitehead from the Bucks. I doubt the Bucks get rid of him. I know they have a lot of free agents. They got Chris Godwin. They got Alec Kappa. They got
Ryan Jensen.
Ryan Jensen, Ndamukong Suh, I think. They have Steve McClendon. Still his legend, by the way. He wore 90 before Watt did.
Yeah, ain't that funny?
But they have a lot of guys that are heading to free agency. But Jordan Whitehead is going to be one of those guys they will prioritize the most because he is what lets them do everything that they can do on defense.
When it comes to that secondary, they don't want to have any holes there. They don't.
No, I mean
and they suffered a lot of injuries in the secondary this year. I don't think they want to make sure that one of their top guys leaves.
No, he allows so much for the defense, so much mix matching and so much hybrid that he and Winfield can do. He's one of the best run-stopping safeties in the league. He can play free and strong. I mean,
and don't get me wrong, I love Jordan Whitehead. I just don't see him leaving Tampa Bay.
No, I'd keep Edmonds.
Now, I think Edmonds is definitely worth a cheap extension.
Right, I would totally keep Edmonds though, if I'm being real with you. Can't believe they paid Zach Banner $4.5 million to sit on the bench. That is one of the worst contracts I've ever seen.
Honestly,
I didn't get the hype with Banner.
If I'm going to be honest with you, I think we cut him.
I didn't get he better be fucking cut. What's he doing?
Dude, the guy literally gets paid all this money to do pajama pictures.
I didn't get the hype with Banner. I didn't.
It's all because he's charismatic.
I didn't get it.
He's charismatic. That's all he is. He's a charismatic guy. That's fine and dandy.
I don't give a fuck.
You can be the coolest guy on the roster. That's fine.
If you can't
But if you're not on the field, then I don't give a shit. I want to see you produce on the field, and you were hardly there.
Yeah, real shit.
You were hardly there, and you didn't even start one game, I don't think.
In my Madden franchise, I have Morgan Moses at right tackle on my second season. It could happen in real life. I'd hope so. He's a good vet guy, man. Dan Moore left tackle. Chucks is gone, so they will move Green to right. Kencha Green? He's a guard.
I would not put him at tackle.
Well, he's too small for tackle.
He is too small for tackle.
Sorry, bad enough. He's arguably too small for center or guard.
I don't think it's a size issue in general.
Because, I mean, J.C. Hasenor is similar size, and he played It's just, his
blocking techniques and his mechanics as a blocker.
Right.
That's what he needs to work on.
Why don't we use the fullback? Damn it. I don't know. Why don't we use the fullback? Why don't we?
I honestly don't get it.
It's like they ripped that iForm page out the book. What's up, Twins? Are you guys going to do some mock draft soon? Yes. Our first mock draft will be out after the Super Bowl. The Wednesday after the Super Bowl, which is usually what we do every year.
Yeah.
It gives us time to, study some prospects and
look over tape and highlights and stats and everything like that.
Yeah. So that will be out come the first Wednesday after the Super Bowl, which I got to get a whole schedule listed anyway.
Yeah, we both do in general.
Yeah. Do you guys see Ben coming back as a coach of some sort? Maybe down the road. I wouldn't bring him back.
I don't think he comes back immediately. I think he just needs to take a break from football.
He deserves it. Like, just
spend time with your family, man. Your kids are growing up.
Yeah.
Watch them grow up.
Like, just chill, bro.
Go on and be a husband. Enjoy life. Enjoy retirement because you need it. You've been getting beat up for 18 years.
Just chill, bro. That's all he needs to do. Steel Maiden's in the building. Shout out to Steel Maiden, man. He says, hey, boys. Does the new GM open up his checkbook a little? I'd hope so. That could be Omar Khan. That could be Brandon Hunt. We don't know what to expect from those two, though. I mean, they've been breeded under Colbert, so they could take a lot of Colbert tendencies. I don't know. I would hope so. I
like to think so, but it's going to be hard to tell. We're going to have to wait till next offseason.
Excuse me, but it'll be interesting for sure. I would hope so, and I do think so. If the Steelers don't get Tyler Linderbaum, they need to find someone else who can fix the team. That could be a free agent, man. That could be someone later in the draft. Like Jedi said, that could be an Alec Lindstorm from Boston College.
Yeah, he's another guy that I don't mind.
Is he from Boston?
Yeah, I think so. I just don't see the Steelers waiting that long again for center.
Speaking of Boston College,
unless they go out in free agency and get a center.
Again, this is gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be a very fun
offseason.
offseason.
If there's one guy that could fix this team and get these guys in football in a great football mentality, that's Jason Kelce. Because I remember it was one Eagles game that we were watching when the Steelers weren't on. Saw this video of Jason Kelce like talking to the team, being a true leader and getting them ready for the game, ready for practice, something along the lines like that. That's the type of guy I want on the team. That type of leader.
Philly's not gonna get rid of him though.
I don't see Philly. I don't see him leaving Philly. I don't see Philly letting him go
because of that leadership, and he still plays at a high level.
Yeah, for his age, he's like 32, 33 some odd years old, maybe a little older. He's still a great center.
What do you guys think of us signing J.C. Jackson? I fucking wish, but the Pats aren't getting rid of another corner. They already traded Gilmore. They're not getting rid of their ball hawking guy. I just don't see it. I doubt it. Unless Colbert wants to, unless Belichick wants to so we can get another comp pick because that's how he works, but I doubt the Pats get rid of him.
A guy of his talent, it's going to be hard to see him leave New England.
Yeah.
Although they have some guys, they did get Sean Wade when the Ravens traded him.
Right.
I think they still have Joanne Williams from like a couple drafts ago.
Yeah.
But J.C. Jackson's out of this world.
Yeah.
He's a different type of breed at corner. I don't see him leaving New England.
Would Jimmy G come willing to, or will he become? Well, yeah. Excuse me.
Let
me reiterate it. Tony B asked, would Jimmy G be willing to come to Pittsburgh with this current O-line? I doubt it. The only quarterback that would come to Pittsburgh under this current O-line is someone that's desperate.
That's just very keen to compete for a starting job.
Yeah. What about signing Honey Badger and dropping Fidarius Edmonds? I mean, I'm going to take Honey Badger all day, but he's getting up there with age as well. He's going to be a little more expensive. I'd keep Edmonds.
And again, I don't know if Kansas City would let him go. He's been a big part of that secondary.
I would keep Edmonds and Minka together, and at least you can trust Edmonds. I can trust Edmonds. I don't know if I can speak for a lot of you guys, but I can trust Edmonds, and I'd take most of the bulk of the cap and boost it on the line.
Yeah, for sure.
Boost it on other positions.
Sure, I definitely agree.
Get a touchdown! And he sacked. Fuck! I'm not making my money back. Fuck this shit, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you.
Fuck. I hate life, bro. This is so stupid.
Well, you put yourself in this situation.
Come on. All I need is an Adams touchdown and Lazard. How hard is that?
Dude, there's two people right there. You can't just throw it towards them.
I'm not saying throw it towards them. Not there. That's just stupid.
Well, they go for the field goal.
Of course they are. They're going to take the one-score lead.
It's a fourth quarter right now. It's about to be, it's still 7-3. It might be 10-3 if he makes this. And the kick is up, and he does. And it's snowing in Green Bay. Holy jeez.
Unpopular opinion or not, I think we should move on from Alualu and Tuitt because Alualu is coming off a season-ending injury and turns 35 in May. Tuitt is absent way too often.
See, I can understand that.
I'm up for getting rid of Tuitt just because I agree with you, and I don't know if his head's in the game anymore. And I imagine the cap we'd save from him. Alualu, I'd keep him. It continues to give a guy like Carlos Davis time to develop before hopefully, fingers crossed, he's your guy.
And Alualu,
or it gives Adams more time to be under the system. Maybe you run with him.
And Alualu, he was a big loss this season. For his age, at 30, well, he was 34, now he's going to be 35. He can still be a great run-stopping defensive tackle for us.
He found the fountain of youth.
My only concern is that the fact that the past 2 years he played for the Steelers, he has gotten injured, especially later into the season.
Yeah.
And that's my worry about him now is can he stay healthy?
Right.
That is my biggest worry, but I believe this is his final year since he signed for a 2-year extension last offseason. I would assume this is going to be his last year in football.
Right. Matt Canada has 1 year to show he belongs since Ben will not be here and will have 100% freedom. If he is a fraud, he will give Tomlin his first losing season. I'm not a fan of bringing Canada back. I'm not going to anticipate any change. I'm not going to anticipate any better play calling. I'm not. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, believe me. I just don't anticipate much change with Canada.
I mean, we're going to have to be optimistic and see if a young and fresh personnel on offense is really the solution.
That's all we can be is optimistic.
But I just don't know if his play calling is going to be any different.
I don't think so either.
I just really don't. I don't think as of right now it's really going to work. But like I said,
I don't lean on the whole he didn't have the right personnel thing. Personally, I feel like if as a coach, even though you don't have the right personnel, if you can maneuver your scheme and your coaching ability to fit the guys you got, that tells me everything about how much of a coach you are. If you can't, that tells me everything about how much of a coach you truly are.
Right.
So it goes both ways with me. Now, I understand this year he had an aging quarterback, the worst O-line in the league. And, yes, I still say it's the worst. Even though the Bengals allowed 9 sacks today, I still say our line was the worst. I do. I truly do.
Yeah.
But I understand all that, but the play calling was atrocious. It truly was.
I mean, it was the same thing week in and week out. Nothing was new. Nothing was fresh. Like, the only good play that I can remember was Eric Ebron's rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Pretty much.
Like a tight end running the ball. Like, that was it.
Where am I at? Where we got? Saints Nola says, "What you betting tomorrow, Dan?" I don't know. Do you guys have any? I need help, bro, because I'm not experienced with bets, and I'm probably not even doing it right. That's a terrible fucking kickoff.
I'd probably advise you not to gamble, not to bet.
Well, for some of you guys that may have some experience or some success, hopefully, what would you guys recommend? What would you recommend for me to bet tomorrow? Because I need help. I need help. Will you guys watch the Pro Bowl? Nah.
For what? For what? What am I going to miss? Was it going to be what? Nickelodeon's going to air it or something? Won't surprise me. It won't surprise me. Like, why is football on Nickelodeon?
Right.
Yeah, because I want to see freaking graphic slime and MVP.
Yeah, because I want to see slime waterboard all the fucking talent on the.
Because I want to see Mike McCarthy get all frustrated and Nickelodeon
because
have
I want to see
that animation.
That train with the smoke coming out of his ears. Like, what the fuck is this? Is this a cartoon? Anyway, Colbert has gone on record about how much he likes Sam Howell. He'll be there at 20. There's no doubt in my mind Howell will be there at 20. I think the first two quarterbacks off the board is Pickett and Coral. Howell, no doubt in my mind, will be there at 20. It depends if he truly goes, though. Truly depends.
I just feel like that some of these. Now, I'm not like I said. I don't mind Howell. I think he's a decent prospect, but I feel like when it comes to this weak quarterback class, a lot of these guys are going to be overdrafted because there's going to be a lot of teams that are probably going to be rushing for quarterbacks, considering how some teams were this season.
Right.
The Panthers, the Saints, the football team, teams like that. But I'm hoping that the Steelers aren't one of those teams to rush for a quarterback. I think they can wait.
Yeah, really.
I think they should wait. This is a weak quarterback class. I think next year is a little bit better.
We should be bringing Leftwich in. I wish. I really wish. But
I'd like to.
He's taking a head coach job somewhere.
He might go to Jacksonville. I think he will. I think he's going to go back to Jacksonville.
Really?
I do. You got a young quarterback, a great running back, decent receiving core.
Right.
He can boost up that defense. Like Jacksonville on paper, they got some young talent there. I think Leftwich could potentially turn it around.
Dylan Carter says thoughts on Malik Willis and a possible fit with the Steelers. I like Willis. I think he'd be a good fit under Canada for sure. He'd have to sit. He's raw. I wouldn't start him day one, but
no, they're definitely not. But with Tomlin wanting mobility and a guy of his potential, like he's got a very high ceiling in my opinion.
Yeah.
Very raw right now, but he's a guy that can sit for a year, that can learn, develop, learn the playbook, stuff like that. I think that could potentially work out.
Yeah.
If you were to get him in the second round,
I'm
specifically.
I'm really growing on Willis. But as the offseason approaches, I'm really growing on Willis. Was that a pick?
No.
Oh, I thought the ball bounced off someone's cleat and it. Okay, never mind. Are the Steelers gonna extend Juju or let him go? I think they're gonna extend him. Although it depends, Juju said on record after the game versus the Chiefs that he came back to play with Ben, but he also came back to prove to teams that he was healthy. So he's keeping his mind open to everything.
And I would have to imagine that the Ravens, probably the Ravens, although they have Bateman, although the Chiefs, they may not keep Watkins, so I can see the Ravens still being interested.
The Chiefs for sure will be interested.
I could see maybe the Saints, since they could use another weapon. I could see the Patriots.
Yeah.
So I think there will be teams out there to be interested in Juju. It just depends on, what Juju's asking price is.
Right.
I think that's what it really comes down to.
Noah says restructure Hayden, let him retire. Steelers re-sign Witherspoon. The thing with Hayden, though, is he's not going to take a cheap deal. He's coming towards the end of his season or the end of his career. Thus, he's going to try to get as much as he can. He's not going to restructure just to, of course, he wants to retire a Steeler. He said it on record, but he's going to make his money in the process.
Yeah. I think in general, whether he stays with us or he leaves, I think when he does call it a career, I think he will sign a one-day contract with the Steelers to retire.
He will.
But if I'd let Hayden walk. I really would.
Yeah.
Big
Kittle,
play right
first
there.
down, 30-yard line.
Field goal range for the Niners. They're going down the field. Down the field.
Let's say Ben did retire last year. What changes would have happened, do you think? Shit, I can't really say much changes. I mean, if he would have retired last year, there really would have been much changes. Canada would have been promoted to OC, like he, was last year. The line would have been band-aided again.
It still would have been band-aided. If anything,
we would have just ran with Mason. Yeah, this year
with Mason, we would have seen how Mason would have done, and it give us a earlier glimpse at the quarterback position early.
Right.
But because we brought Ben back, now we have to delay that for a year.
Yes.
We have to delay a mini rebuild for another year.
Adams and Milk will be starters for years. Cameron's great, but he's getting older. We need the draft for both sides of the line, says Robert. I agree. But again, I'm still going to toss out Tim Settle. He has a Virginia Tech connection. Tomlin, big fan of that. He's praised him in the past. He's young. He's cheap. He's looking for an opportunity.
He's got a lot of talent, a lot of potential.
Gonna miss Ben saying Blue 80. I can hear that. I can hear him saying it. Like one of those
you know what I mean? You can't hear pictures.
And it just shows Ben.
Paste the picture.
Ben under center. All you hear is Blue 80. All the time.
All the freaking time, man.
Hell, we'll be in the trucks at work, right? And then we'll just say, like, football shit. And then I always preach out Blue 80. Huh. Like this past week, everyone was saying Omaha, making fun of not making fun, just mocking Peyton Manning. Of course, I threw out Blue 80. That's the first thing I know. Going to be interesting next year. Keep it candid. Won't have excuses next year. People will come up with them, though. Of course they will. They always come up with excuses for anybody. But, yeah, next year will definitely speak a lot of volumes on Canada. Hopefully I'm wrong.
And listen, I want to be wrong. I want to see Canada do something with his offense because I feel like when it wasn't Fickner, it was Canada last season that was showing glimpses in life of the offense.
Right.
But this past season, it was nothing but the same when Fickner was in.
You didn't get the first down, Jennings. You are short.
I'd like to hope that with a different personnel that Canada will be able to do something.
Right.
We'll see.
We shall see. It's going to be interesting. All the Cowboys, Niners players that put their blood, sweat, and tears on the field just to be compared to Mr. Krabs and Plankton. Oh, God. That's why I hate this generation. And no offense to any of you guys who are in the chat, but these millennials, and do not, please, do not associate me with these millennials.
No, same here. No. They're going for it on 4th and 1.
Well, they had to. They give it to
Mitchell. He stopped.
He is short. Oh, my. That might have sealed the fate. That might have sealed it, boys.
Wow. And it's snowing in Green Bay.
Well, I don't get it. You haven't had success running the ball all night. Now you're going to run it on the most obvious time you are running it.
Where's Deebo Samuel? Has he been getting involved?
Of course he has, and he's had no success.
Ooh,
play action.
Not looking good for San Fran.
Why didn't you use Trey Lance there? I mean, then again, that would have been the most predictable play, but still.
Not necessarily.
You bring in Trey Lance, what do you think's going to happen?
Well, you could run, but, you can still have a weapon like a Kittle or a Samuel down the field.
True. I think Juju was leaving. His loyalty was to Ben, I think. Time will tell.
Yeah, it will be determined for sure.
Time shall tell, guys. Only a few short months away. Pro Bowl equals end of civilization. Pro Bowl is a joke, bro.
Has been relevant since, I want to say, the mid-2000s.
Loudermilk reminds me of a young Cam. That's what Colbert and company said last year after they drafted him. They said it reminds them of a young Cam.
Loudermilk's development's going to be really interesting for the next couple of years.
Yeah, we still got Carl Dunbar on the contract. He's really helped out a lot of these young guys. So.
Yeah, ever since he was hired as a D-line coach coming from Alabama, done wonders. He's done so much for the D-line.
Right. Pickett was at Pitt for half a decade and wanted to stay for it 6. Not liking that. Don't want him here. I think it was just him trying to improve his draft stock.
I don't know.
How would he want to stay for a 5th or a 6th? I mean, that's ineligible, isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe just him, because the fact that he doesn't want to leave because he had so many great moments in a great year from Pitt. I don't know.
3 beers and I'm buzzing. Gen X lightweight. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I like Sam Howell or Willis. I do like both guys. I really do. Where did our Call of Duty War veteran go? LOL. I have no clue. Steelers should keep Washington to give Mason a security blanket. I agree. Listen, I would keep Washington. I think he's one of our most reliable targets, as a matter of fact. Some of the strongest hands on the team. But Washington's not going to stay with them knowing that he's not going to get the opportunity to play.
Not just that, but I just don't think the Steelers see Washington fitting in our scheme on offense.
Well,
especially
clearly.
with Canada running the offense.
That's why they played Ray so much. Washington's gone, guys.
I do hope Washington finds success. I think his ceiling's still very high. I really do.
Yeah.
And I hope he finds success.
For sure. If draft isn't going our way, should we move down and get more picks for 2023 is much better class? I would. If it's not going our way, if Linderbaum's gone, if a quarterback's gone, if specific tackles are gone, I mean, yeah, I'm totally trading down. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But again, Colbert's never done it. There should be a compilation saying every time Ben Roethlisberger says Blue 80. Jesus God, bro. You
That's 18 years, man.
That is 18 years, bro. How many games? How many
times he says it? Dude,
per game.
Dude, he's thrown the ball like 60 freaking times. How many times in his career?
Yeah.
Like, my God. Jeez, man, you can make that like 5, not even 5 hours. Shoot.
No.
For 18 years, that's gonna be longer.
Juju is worth keeping. His blocking and Hines Ward style toughness is needed. You're right. That's what was missed from Juju this year. He's not really much of a difference maker or a stat machine or a big weapon in the receiving game, but yeah, he's needed there. He's reliable in that aspect. He's reliable when it comes to targeting.
And that's the best thing about him is his reliability,
which again was missed.
It's huge. And it's something that we could definitely keep on the offense.
Ray Martinez says, I hope Canada does well too, but I don't know, man. I feel like coordinators are good out the gate, and if they're not, then it's bad news for them. But maybe with Ben being there, he was more reserved with calls. I think this year will really tell a lot about, the coordinators of Canada specifically.
For sure.
Because it's a new era, it's a new time, We'll see what happens.
It's time for a lot of these guys to prove themselves too.
Yes, it is. A lot of guys on the team.
A big time to prove themselves.
And that's a lot of guys on the team. That's just not coaching.
No, it's not.
Remember when Ben was drafted and half of Pittsburgh thought he was Jewish?
What? Really?
Yeah, uh-huh. I remember hearing about that.
I did not hear about that before. Wow.
Mason had a bad shot at beating Detroit if it wasn't for fumbles by Deontay and Muth. Yeah, you're right. People forget that Mason led us down the field 2 straight times to get us, the victory. And fumbles cost us. It was rushing defense and the fumbles that cost us.
Yeah. And the play calling as well, because I think it was actually in that game where it was one of the times where we didn't run it at all at the goal line, something like that.
Right.
Which is, again, like I said earlier, like the Lions' rush D was not too great this year, so why would you not utilize and take advantage of that. Utilize the rushing game.
Yeah.
It was just dumb having a backup quarterback throw 50 times.
Yeah.
I don't even care if it was the Lions. You don't have a backup throw that many times.
No.
But even when he did enough to help us win.
Right. I'm waiting for the Steelers D-line stake-off. I got Cam winning. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Out of all the quarterbacks in this draft this year, who's the Mac Jones of the draft class?
Great question.
The Mac Jones?
That's a good question.
Who would be the Mac Jones?
See, I'm trying to think. Because most of these guys are mobile. And Mac Jones is more of a pocket passer, not a mobile scrambling guy.
No.
I mean, the main pocket passer to me is obviously Carson Strong, but I don't really see him as a Mac Jones-like prospect.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I don't think there is a Mac Jones this year.
Yeah, like honestly, I
don't think there's a Mac Jones this year.
Maybe in terms of feelings, because I didn't really feel like Mac Jones was going to do anything coming to the NFL unless it was with Belichick, because that's where he fits best.
Yeah.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I really can't.
Oh, me neither.
I honestly, maybe Desmond Ridder. Maybe a little bit. Maybe. To me, I don't know.
Maybe. He's a lot more mobile than
that's what I'm
Jones.
saying. Like Mac Jones is a pocket passer. He's not mobile.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to compare, but as far as feelings go, like maybe if Ridder's in the right system, he could succeed. Same with Mac Jones in New England. Maybe that could work.
Right.
To me, that might be the case.
I'd be fine with the Steelers riding it out with Haskins, Rudolph, and draft Bryce Young next year. Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'd have to trade up for them. But, hey, that's up for the new GM. That's his job. That's his call. Honestly.
That could very well be his mission, too.
But, yeah, I'd totally run with Haskins and Rudolph this year just so we can focus on the line and everything around quarterback. Because this year's going to be nothing but a gap situation anyway. So go the cheapest route.
Yeah.
Sign a vet guy to compete, build up the line, and then whatever happens, maybe you draft your quarterback, you trade up, or maybe there's someone afraid so you want to grab, like a Derek Carr potentially.
Right.
I'm all up. I'm all in for that. What do you guys think of the Bungles going to the championship game when they cheated in the wild card? If you're talking about that one play where the ref blew the whistle and they thought Burrow was out of bounds when he clearly wasn't, yeah, that was bullshit.
They want to say, oh, he caught it, then the whistle was blown. No,
the whistle was blown literally right during when the ball was in the air. So thus, right then and there. Oh
my lordy!
What just happened?
San Fran looks like they just got a defensive touchdown. They might have just tied it.
That's a special teams touchdown.
Yeah. Anyway, what was you?
The USC safety. Oh shit. Okay. What the fuck? Wow.
That came out of nowhere. Because I heard the TV kind of going a little chaotic with, what's his name? Joe Buck. Yeah, thank you.
That is a blocked punt. Wow. And business is about to pick up, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my lordy. Oh, my lordy, bro. This is divisional round. And we got more football tomorrow. Let's go.
That is crazy.
Hopefully I can win my money back tomorrow. By the way, I need some of your guys' suggestions, bro. What type of bets should I put tomorrow? Because I'm on FanDuel, and like, what money line should I take? Should I go Chiefs? Should I go Bills? I'm gonna go Bucks. But let me ask you. Let's say I bet on the Bucks game, right? I'm gonna take the Bucks money line, but who gets an anytime touchdown? Obviously, I'm gonna choose Kupp. I'll probably choose Gronk. Do I choose Brady? Maybe he gets a quarterback sneak touchdown.
I would think he would. Maybe Fournette, because he's active.
You're right.
He's going to be playing.
You know what? I'm doing that.
Oh,
I'm going to take the.
Look what I started.
I'm doing it right now, motherfucker.
Look what I started. You shouldn't have to do it. Don't do it. Stop it.
I'm not going to bet now.
Well, stop doing that.
I'm not going to bet now. By the way, Jedi, if you're still in here, I just saw your message. Shma. I don't have a soundbite for that.
Yeah, we got to get that going.
Whoops.
Not smash.
Bruh, pause. Fucking pause.
Smash, dude. If you guys know it, thumbs up in the chat.
If you don't know what it means, bro, just search it up on Google.
Yeah, because that's what we did.
By the way, if anyone at work is watching, I've been giving you guys subtle little messages on my timesheet, that's just me.
Ha!
Like I put kiss my ass, go fuck yourself. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
You're actually doing this.
The way they kill my ass at work, I don't give a fuck.
Why are you doing this?
I'm just testing. I'm not going to bet now. I'm testing something. All right, so I'm going to choose the Bucks money line. Okay, anytime touchdown scorer. Cup. Fournette and Grunk.
You're not doing Odell?
Odell?
What? No, I'm not even. No, I'm not helping you. I'm not helping you. You do you.
Odell might get it. All right, so say I bet $10. I can win that. Bet $5. I can win that. I bet $1. I can win that. $2. That's a gas tank right there. But knowing my luck, none of that's going to fucking happen.
Well, then don't do it.
I'm going to, though.
Of course you are.
Especially if I get my bonus funds in. Where was I? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, Burrow. Yeah, I mean, the play was blown dead. Thus.
Yeah, I don't think the Bengals didn't cheat. The referees are playing freaking awful.
So, thus, in that realm, anytime the whistle is blown, the play is dead. So, anything that happens after that doesn't fucking count. If that was the case, imagine how many pick sixes we'd have.
As a matter of fact, I remember when that whistle was blown and they allowed the touchdown to happen. I remember that Monday night game years ago between the Bills and the Patriots where Tom Brady was running and, like, he wasn't touched down. He wasn't marked down. He was not on the turf. He didn't go out of bounds, and the referee just blew the whistle, and they blew the play dead. And it was like 2nd and long or something like that for New England. I was remembering that. I'm like, you blew that play dead when nothing happened, but you give the Bengals a touchdown here. That just goes to show the NFL's so inconsistent, and the referees are playing awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely playing awful. But, I mean, props to the Bengals, honestly.
You have to give them props. Hate them all you want, but you have to give them props. Steelers draft best available. How much do you think need overrides that? I think a lot.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I just go back to when we drafted Burns, bro. Need overrid a lot of it. I'm not slamming Ben, but with Juju and Claypool, how much of that is them or Ben's play calling? It's a majority of a lot. The play calling, the line, Ben, the receivers not stepping up. It's a complete disaster of an effort.
Yeah.
Mac Jones is built like somebody's stepfather. Yeah, he's got that dad bod and shit.
Yeah, that's freaking, that's so true.
Yeah,
though.
Mac Jones is a little overrated. He's good, but he's not, he wasn't that impressive.
I think he'll reach there with his development if they give him an actual true number one target. Because he's already got his red zone target in Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
You give him a number one, I think Mac Jones could actually do a lot better.
I agree.
I do.
We should sign Paul Crew from the longest yard. I agree.
He's going to shave the points. I'm good.
I'm signing Paul Crew.
All right, you deal with that headache.
I'm signing Paul Crew.
You deal with that headache.
What? What's wrong with Paul Crew?
I'm going to take the Heisman Trophy
It's
winner.
one of my favorite winners.
I'm taking the
of all
Heisman
time.
Trophy winner, Nate Scarborough.
Nate Scarborough?
Yeah.
The Heisman Trophy winner from Oklahoma?
Yeah, damn right.
That old bastard with that fumble Rooski?
He got a damn touchdown.
Damn near killed himself.
Yeah, he never felt better in his life.
I like when we drafted Mason. He does look real nervous when he is playing. Maybe with more time he settles down. It's just he doesn't trust the line. He's not settled in the pocket whatsoever.
Yeah.
A-Rod Josh back. He's going to go deep.
Oh,
Double coverage, Adams. Incomplete.
Oh, that was a scary,
No flags.
Scary decision right there.
The Niners will get the ball back to pull off the upset. We can get two upsets tonight, guys.
Green Bay ain't going one and done now, are they? Green Bay ain't going one and done after making the NFC Championship game 2 straight years.
Should I bet the Niners money?
No, you're not betting a damn thing tonight.
Why not?
No.
I need my money back.
No, you're not. I'm going to get rid of your phone.
Hey!
No. You're not betting your money. Keep it. Keep your money.
Fine. Niners will be in the Super Bowl every time the Cowboys and Niners play versus each other in the postseason. One of them goes to the Super Bowl. Facts. That is true.
That is very true.
Very, very true. What just happened?
Flag.
False start?
Might be delay a game or something.
M-Power 1969 is on his 4th beer. He's on his 4th.
Hey, cheers, brother.
I just had my 2nd. I need more. Bengals would get whooped by either Bills or Chiefs. Well, Bengals beat the Chiefs last time, so
I don't know about getting whooped.
now this time around the Chiefs could beat them since they're at home. They're number 1 seed. They get home field advantage.
It's a different atmosphere in Kansas City.
It's not going to be a blowout.
I wouldn't say about being whooped because I remember Cincinnati kept up with Green Bay earlier in the season.
Yeah.
When they were at the early stage of how they first were.
Right.
And they, like I said, they beat Kansas City. And they were still, pretty good against decent competition.
Right.
I wouldn't say it's going to be a blowout.
Right.
Now, were there 2 games against subpar teams and like the Raiders? I wouldn't call Tennessee a subpar team, but Tennessee, I don't know how they were number 1.
Me neither.
I really don't know how they were number 1.
It's crazy. The both number 1 seeds could be one and done this year. Who would have thought?
And I don't really see Tennessee as that good of a team outside their defense. Their defense came up big.
Give me my phone.
No, you're not getting
I'm not betting. Give me my fucking phone. Give me my phone. Thank you.
Swear to God, you're
I
on
ain't gonna bet.
You're on the app.
I had the app.
What are you doing it for? Whatever. I'm trying to stop him, guys. I'm trying to stop
I'm not
him.
betting. See, look. I ain't got the app open.
All right.
I ain't got the app open.
No, I think Cincinnati's they're going to put up a good showing. Do I think they make the Super Bowl? No, I think Kansas City or Buffalo's going to go there.
All right, here is what Art Rooney II said about Keith Butler. I want to thank Keith Butler for everything he has done for the Steelers since he was hired in 2003. He was a major contributor to some of our top defenses in the NFL during his coaching career. He helped us win 2 Super Bowls during his tenure, and he guided many All-Pro and Pro Bowl players as both our linebackers coach and then defensive coordinator. I wish he and his family all the best in his retirement.
Yeah, Keith Butler retires at 65 years old.
65 years old after a pretty good career as a defensive coach. Great linebackers coach. I appreciate what he did as
Fantastic
linebackers coach.
linebackers coach, man. He developed a lot of guys.
A lot. Talking
a lot of
Ferrier,
guys.
you're talking Foote, you're talking Shazier, Timmons.
You're talking Woodley.
Vince Williams, Woodley.
James Harrison.
I mean, so many guys. The list goes on and on and on. So, as a linebackers coach, very appreciative. Defensive coordinator, not so much, although was it really him? He has come out and admitted to he has come out and said that he would have loved to call, some calls when he was defensive coordinator. But it was actually Tomlin. That's what he said. According to Jerry Dulac on Twitter, that's what he said. So was it really Butler? Were we giving the wrong guy the blame? And with the Steelers, for sure, promoting Terrell Austin to D.C., who has experience, but
Carrera will be
another puppet for Tomlin.
another fall guy for Tomlin.
Because that's essentially what it's going to be.
That's what Butler was.
I doubt.
That's what it appears to be.
I doubt if that's the case, and according to what Butler has said, from what it's going to look like, Austin's not going to see much time as calling the plays at DC. He'll just focus on the secondary coach if he retains the job.
Yeah.
After he gets promoted, otherwise Tomlin's going to continue to call the calls as defensive coordinator. So it's more so just allowing Tomlin to continue to remain in control. That's what it is.
All right.
Which is not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Instead of going out of your way and grabbing someone in or outside the organization, like a Vic Fangio, a Wink Martindale, Brian Flores, although I doubt it. That's probably the least likely one, but still.
There's an option.
Instead of going after guys like that, instead they retain to promote within, allowing Tomlin to just stay in control for DC, which is that's not a recipe for success.
No, it's actually one of the things I feel like has held us back and been a factor to why we haven't done anything in the past 10
And that
years.
speaks volumes on, the postseason. The last 3 postseason games the Steelers have had, the defense has allowed 40-plus points.
Yeah.
So the blame probably shouldn't be towards Butler because according to what he said about Tomlin, he wasn't the one calling the shots. It was Tomlin. So thus,
And now could the same thing be happening to Terrell Austin?
it probably will
If it's
be.
going to be the same thing, which I feel and fear that it will be the same thing.
And then he'll be the fall guy, just like Butler was. We're just basing that off of what Butler said.
that could be true, that could not be true. We don't know.
According to what Jerry Dulac said on Twitter. But Butler is retired.
And I do want to wish him a happy retirement. I want to wish him the best in his retirement with his family.
But I am not.
And enjoy your time.
But I am not pleased with what the Steelers are going to do at DC, as they're just going to promote within once again.
They're going to remain complacent and do the same stuff that they've done for over a decade. I'm not a fan of it.
It's ridiculous. We wanted change. We wanted something new.
And it's something that the Steelers should acknowledge and do.
It's the end of an era. Ben's going to retire. This is Colbert's last free agency / draft, his last offseason as the GM. It's the end of an era. We're going into a new time for Steelers fans, for Pittsburgh in general, and thus they're just going to remain with the shit that hasn't succeeded.
Yeah.
And that's a shame. And people and higher-ups are okay with this. And that's a shame.
That's a big shame.
And it's starting to become more eye-opening, as there were rumors for years that Tomlin was the one calling the shots. It's becoming more apparent now with what Butler said and with them just continuing to promote within. It's a little eye-opening towards Tomlin, as a matter of fact. I love Tomlin. He's not going to go anywhere.
Of course not.
But it is eye-opening when you really think about it, about all that's gone wrong. To be real with you.
We're going to really see, what the defense does, if anything's going to be different, if anything's going to be new, with Terrell Austin more than likely being our new DC.
All we can do is remain optimistic. That's all we can do.
And just wait and see what happens. We're just going to be playing the waiting game.
Because not only is Austin going to be promoted, that's the speculation, that's probably what's going to happen. Canada's going to remain OC. So no change to the coordinator position, pretty much, if you want to be real about it. Butler's gone. There's going to be a new face in Austin who has experience, but maybe he's not going to be the one calling the shots after what Butler said. So if you look at it, it's still going to be Tomlin at DC, technically, and Canada at OC. So not much change. We just got to remain optimistic. Got the new personnel, and the new era, shifts with the tide, and in a positive manner.
We'll have to see. That's for sure.
The Egyptian Queen says Tomlin needs to go outside the organization for the next defensive coordinator, and if not, they won't get past the first wild card, and maybe not even that.
Yeah.
I agree.
I truly agree. Yep.
Maurice Bryant says Tomlin is stubborn. I agree. He is. He is very stubborn.
This whole team is stubborn.
Yeah, it's one of the worst traits anyone can have is stubbornness. It's common. It's quite contagious, but it's a terrible trait.
It is. It really is. Like we said, we're just going to have to wait and see.
We're just going to have to wait and see and try to remain optimistic, pretty much. Should we trade for Trubisky? He'll be a free agent.
Yeah, we won't have to. He'll be let go.
So I wouldn't mind for Trubisky. He takes a cheap deal.
I don't know if Buffalo's even going to keep him.
He's another guy, speaking of like a Winston or a Mariota, another guy that will come to Pittsburgh for a second chance.
Yeah. And in his last couple games with the Bears last season, he wasn't too bad anyway. I'm not saying he's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's a franchise quarterback. But he was decent in Chicago.
Very decent.
And maybe just him sitting behind a great quarterback in Josh Allen, sitting on the bench for a year. I don't know, something to look back on his career. Give him some time to work on his mechanics and develop a bit.
Right. When are you guys going to stop blaming Tomlin and start talking about how terrible Ben has been in the playoffs over the last decade? We said it the last 2 years.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, Ben was the one that threw the 4 picks against the Browns, and Ben did not play his best game against the Chiefs this past week.
We were the one that said the reason why we were down so much because Ben threw the picks. The reason why Ben threw for 500 yards and 60 times and whatever this and that his stats were versus the Browns was because
he threw those picks very early. Those picks hurt us. Ben put us in that position. And like I said, against the Chiefs, Ben didn't have the most stellar game. He underthrew and overthrew some passes.
Yeah.
It wasn't entirely his fault because receivers kept dropping passes. The line couldn't block, couldn't establish a rushing game. But Ben was a part of our miscues on offense.
Right. Chad Watson said, right on, bring him in and get that iOS center at all costs. He could be. Chicago didn't have a line or running back. He definitely didn't have a line. I'm not saying that our line's going to be any better. I mean, I sure hope so. We can hope and pray. He had a running back. David Montgomery was good. They just didn't utilize him enough.
No, and Matt Nagy, there's a reason why he's not the coach anymore. There's a big reason why he's not the coach anymore.
Yeah?
Matt Nagy was not doing anything for Chicago. He only had one good year. That was his first year. That was when he rode the hype train of the Khalil Mack trade.
3rd and 7, they run it. He gets a first down. Debo Samuel, of course, they give it to the best player.
Oh, geez, they may.
And he gets.
They're close. They're close to getting a field goal here, and Debo's celebrating. Don't taunt now. Oh, he's limping. Never mind.
He's limping bad. That just got him in field goal range. That's going to milk the clock. They could kick the game winner of Robbie Gould here.
In this weather.
In Lambeau. Imagine
it's windy,
that.
It's snowy. It's cold. Does he make it?
Imagine that.
And look, you give it to Samuel, who can run the ball, man.
Yeah, they give it to the best guy.
And you got to. They're not running again here.
Why not?
Hold on to that ball.
They're trying to step it.
Lineman got pushed back. They better hurry. Oh, no. Yeah, they got timeouts. Never mind. What am I saying? Oh, man.
Good Lord above.
Anything on Twitter?
Nope.
Nothing on Twitter right now.
Twitter's dead. Oh, man.
Robbie Gould's practicing. You're getting ready.
This is bullshit. I lost $10 today.
Sorry to hear that.
I got $10 back in site credit, but fuck.
Sorry to hear that.
I gotta win my buddy back tomorrow somehow, some way, yo. I don't know how. Like, I'll figure something out.
You always do, right?
Yeah. Yo, again, all those bettors out there, give me some recommendations of what bets I should make tomorrow, bro. I'm trying to win my money back.
He's been on FanDuel, right?
I think, yeah.
FanDuel.
So if I take the Bucks money line tomorrow, I go Kupp, Fournette, and Grunk all getting touchdowns. I think it's realistic, right?
Could happen.
I think it's realistic, right?
Oh, Kittle's limping now. Oh, man.
This ain't good. Niner team that's dealt with so many injuries the last 2-3 years.
Debo Samuel was literally hopping off the field, and now that Kittle's got a slight limp. And they're about to potentially win the game here.
I'll put like $5 on it. I can win $85, bro, on $5.
Go for it. I mean, I ain't stopping you.
And then guess what I'm buying tomorrow?
I'm trying to tell you to keep your money, but you ain't listening to me, you stubborn piece of... I'm going to try not to cuss.
Bitch.
I said I was going to try not to cuss.
Robbie Gould to send them to the championship game, to send the Packers home. Both first or number 1 seeds could be gone tonight. 45-yard attempt. Snap, hold, kick is up. Robbie Gould nails it. You have got to be kidding me.
San Francisco's going back to the NFC Championship game. Green Bay has gone 1
and done. Matt LaFleur. 3 years they've been to the championship game. They've been to the championship game twice, and now he goes 1 and done. Is this the end of Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay, guys? Is this the end of Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay?
I don't think so. I think Green Bay keeps A-Rod. I think A-Rod stays in Green Bay. Wow, man. Green Bay lost. And they had almost everybody healthy back.
Yep. They had Alexander. They had
David Bakhtiari, if they won tonight, he was going to probably come back next week.
Yep.
They had a lot of these players coming back healthy, and for what?
I don't believe it. Could the Niners? Could the fucking Niners?
You tell me Jimmy Garoppolo's going to the Super Bowl again?
We could be getting Rams and Niners. We could be getting Bucks and Niners. Man, who would have thought? You know what? I'm enjoying this, though. Because it's different. It's new. It's not the same old shit. Now, we could still get Bucks and Chiefs like we did last year. God forbid. Please, no. But we're getting something fresh.
Oh, A-Rod's so devastated.
We're getting the Niners again. They were just in the championship game like 2 years ago, but it's fresh. We're getting the Bengals in the championship game.
Okay, you know what? If we can get these upsets, if Cincinnati can go to the AFC Championship game for the first time since 1988, and the San Francisco 49ers can upset the number 1 MCC and the Green Bay Packers, I know for a fact that the goddamn Rams can freaking beat Tampa Bay.
Or maybe the Bills can upset the Chiefs.
Could this be the week of upsets? Because last week there wasn't really any upsets.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
What the hell, man?
Imagine that.
I'm 0-2 on my picks. Shit.
I'm 1-1. I was thinking about picking the Niners. Niners are just one of those teams, man.
I still got the Bucks and the Chiefs. They may lose. I don't know. I have to find out tomorrow.
I don't know. I have no clue.
Damn.
All I know is I'm out of fucking $20. I'm out of $20. Fuck.
Sorry to hear that. Let's get back to the chat.
I need gambling help. Not gambling. I need
You need to uninstall that.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
That's my road
Danny,
to the rich pack.
You have lost how much money?
$35.
Past 2 weeks?
$35.
You know what you could have done with $35?
Yeah. Gas.
Yeah.
Beer. Food.
Yeah.
More beer. More beer. More beer. Food.
You could have paid a bill.
What bill?
Oh, you're gonna need we're gonna be getting some bills soon. It's part of life. It's part of adulthood, bro.
Fucking shit.
Better knock that shit off.
Could I?
That's why I don't do it.
I could have bought Perminis, man.
Yeah, man, you could have gotten yourself a big ass Pittsburgh or Italian sausage. Sound good right now, not gonna lie.
Uh-huh.
They closed, I think, but
Damn.
maybe another
All
time.
right, I'll get my money back. I gotta get my money back somehow, right?
Don't always think with that mentality.
I gotta get my money back somehow. Chad Watson, I just see your notification. Trade for Trubisky and bulk up all line in the draft. I agree. Chad, I agree. I pick up some sort of veteran free agent or veteran quarterback. Honestly.
And why the hell not?
That's what I do. Gambling equals suckers. Yeah, I'm a sucker, bro.
I
I don't know. Someone at work. Hey, Jay's life. What's up? You already know who I'm talking about. Someone at work got me into the gambling, and fuck me, bro. I'm out of $35. Last 2 weeks.
That's why I don't do it. That's why I haven't listened.
It's $35. It's $35.
Yeah.
I don't know.
$35. Well, you can't really go a long way. What am I saying? Nothing's cheap nowadays.
No, it's not. Jay's like, what's up, bro? How you been, man? How have you been?
Hey, what's good? What's good?
What's good, brother?
How's your Saturday night, man?
Yes, sir. Bucks and Bills Super Bowl. Brady continues his dominance again and stops the red-hot Bills. You think? I can see it.
I can see that too.
It's something new. It's new, but by the way, like the teams. It's still Brady in the Super Bowl, but at least it's someone new for the AFC.
And Tom Brady still owning the Bills.
Yeah, of course.
Did they blow the Bills out earlier? Or was that another team?
I forget.
Or did they not even? I can't remember what team.
No,
Maybe it was Buffalo.
Brady beat the Bills. No, hold up.
Was it Buffalo or something? I can't remember.
I'm a fucking finger. Bucks versus Bills. Yeah.
They won overtime. They didn't blow
Overtime.
them out. That was my bad. But they won in overtime.
Yeah.
And that was a great game, too. I actually would not mind that Super Bowl. I wouldn't mind that rematch.
Yeah. You're right.
I wouldn't mind it. Whatsoever.
What was that one game we got? What if we get, what's that one fucking game?
What teams?
Oh, wait, they lost today. That don't matter. I was thinking Titans, Bills again.
Oh, no.
Nah, ain't happening.
No.
Man, we could have gotten Titans or Rams again. That's
Man,
not
dude,
happening.
that blocked punt was a big difference maker.
Oh, shit. I'm out of $35. Aaron Rodgers keeps losing. Yeah, dude. I mean, they've been in a championship game two years before this, and now they went one and done in Lambeau at home. Like, what the fuck?
Tonight, both number 1 seeds are officially one and done.
So,
It will not go through Nashville, Tennessee. It will not go through Green Bay, Wisconsin. Not this year.
What's next for A-Rod? I can tell you this right now. He's not coming to Pittsburgh.
No, I don't think so.
I can tell you this right now. He is not Pittsburgh bound.
Who knows? Maybe a team does want to trade for him, or maybe he does want out of Green Bay. I don't think the Steelers do try to contact Green Bay whatsoever. I could see some other team.
Yeah, bro.
I could see Denver.
I can totally see Denver.
I can absolutely see Denver. I think they're literally one quarterback away from being a fantastic team again.
Well, they need a new head coach first.
All right, that's most important, too. They got to find a new head coach.
New head coach. That's most important. Rams and Bengals or Niners and Bengals? I'd hate to see it, but the Bengals and Super Bowl will be welcoming just because it's new. I'm tired of seeing Mahomes or Brady or, just something we've already seen so many times.
Right.
I want something fresh, even if it means the Bengals. Obviously, I hope they don't win, but it's fresh. I mean, Bengals, Chiefs, Bengals,
I mean,
Bills.
I will say this. Seeing an offense like that dynamic, that electric, it would be cool to see it in the Super Bowl. See what they can do in the big stage.
Right.
I have to admit.
Yeah, you're right.
I want the Bengals to lose, obviously. I don't want to win the freaking Super Bowl. Screw
No.
that. But I got to admit, seeing that offense in the Super Bowl, in the big stage, the big lights, I think that'd be great.
It'd be a good game for sure, but I don't want to see it. I don't want to see him winning. I don't want to see him hoist it.
Nah, that shit would fucking hurt.
But naturally, hey, it could be Bengals, Bills, Bengals, Chiefs. That's new. It's a new team. It's something different.
Yeah, it is.
Next week could be Niners, Bucks, Niners, Rams. Niners, Rams will be a welcoming NFC match.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers fucking crossed.
Imagine Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay going against each other.
It would be two guys that the football team had back in 2013 on their coaching staff.
It was already tonight right here with Shanahan and LaFleur.
Can you imagine
We could
that?
be getting it again next week for the NFC title game.
Can you imagine that? That would be welcoming. Two up and rising young great coaches that have turned around their respective franchises.
Yeah.
That would be welcoming. I would love to see Niners and Rams. But you're not going to count out Tom Brady. You're just not. You are not. Although I might pick the fucking Rams money line. I don't know. No, I'm not. But I might bet on the game. You know what? I'm not even going to choose the fucking money line, bro, because knowing my luck, all the people I need to get touchdowns will get touchdowns, but the Bucks will fucking lose. So fuck this shit. I might just choose the touchdowns. I don't know. I don't know. I need help.
Jeez.
I need help.
Just stop gambling.
Not until I win.
When's that going to be?
Tomorrow.
Okay, sure.
Positive vibes. Manifest. Positive vibes.
Positive vibes, okay.
Positive vibes.
Okay.
Maybe I should just do the reverse psychology bullshit.
If you say so, brother. If you say so.
Bengals versus Niners, 1989, all over again. You're right. Yep. You are right.
That's a possibility. That's a very likely possibility now.
When Steelers blocked Packers field goal, we were robbed. Today was proof. You're right. Yeah, when Minka blocked the fucking field goal, or the field goal
Yeah, the field
attempt,
goal, yeah.
and they called offsides on Hayden.
No, like, man,
Clearly.
Hayden had that block. Minka picked it up, touchdown.
It was clearly just a perfect timed snap by Hayden and Minka. I thought Aaron Rodgers would sign a new contract this past offseason, 1 year, $25 million. If so, he will be a free agent. He has an opt-out option, so he could opt out.
He could take it. He very well could.
Or he could stay. One of the two.
I don't know. I was hearing that he was, him in the relationship with Green Bay top guys in the office. They were, like, getting better or something.
It's reconciled?
Yeah. So it's slowly getting reconciled. It's not fully reconciled.
What'd I do?
But it's slowly getting better.
It is getting better, that's for sure. Rodgers really might retire. He doesn't even look like he cares anymore. Yeah, I've noticed that. Does he win MVP and then just calls it quits?
Yeah, he could win MVP 2 straight years. Potentially.
I don't even know who's going to win MVP this year. Is there anyone deserving?
You know what? The MVP curse. The MVP curse. Tampa Bay makes it. Tom Brady wins it. Tampa Bay ain't winning. Anybody that's won MVP, the quarterback that's won MVP but played at Super Bowl, has lost. No quarterback has won MVP and the Super Bowl in the same year since Kurt Warner back in 2000.
Chris Shaw on turf.
Everybody else. Peyton Manning, lost. Cam Newton, lost. Tom Brady, I think he lost. Give it to Brady again. Make him lose in the Super Bowl.
I don't know. Who wins MVP? I don't even know.
Honestly, I think they do give it to Tom Brady.
I don't even know who they give MVP this year. Do you guys think the Steelers should resign Juju to another contract? Yes.
Yeah.
I would totally bring Juju back. I would bring him back.
I'd be up to bringing him back, and I would bring him back.
In fact, there'll be a few videos. There'll be one addressing free agents, free agency wish lists. There will be
addressing the quarterback situation.
There'll be one about, of course, who shouldn't the Steelers keep. That's all coming for the offseason, man.
As well as mock drafts, obviously.
That's all shit lined up, bro. For the offseason. We just gotta get the whole scheduling lined up so we can,
get her done.
Pretty much.
Oh, excuse me. Jeez.
Jared just said we're getting Bengals versus Niners, aren't we?
Jared, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Get that rematch.
Wouldn't that be some shit? It's new. I'll take it. Fuck it. It's new. Something refreshing. That's why when we got Chiefs and Niners, I was excited because it's different. It's Mahomes' first Super Bowl. We got the Niners back in there. It was refreshing. It's new. It was a good Super Bowl. That was the last Super Bowl I actually fucking enjoyed.
Yeah.
But now, I don't want to see Mahomes back in there. I don't want to see Brady back in there. Who wants to watch that? Get us something fresh.
People are going to watch regardless.
Well, of course they are, but give me something I can enjoy. Something fresh.
We'll see. We'll have to wait.
I would welcome, like a Niners again, or this Rams team, since it's a little different. It's definitely a lot better than when they last went.
Yeah, I mean they got a better quarterback in Stafford.
I'm hoping like
they actually have Cooper Kupp this time.
Yeah,
because remember Kupp was out that year.
I'm hoping like Bills and Rams or Bills and fucking Niners.
Yeah.
Or Bills. We might get Bills Bucks. Honestly, like who said that in the chat? Someone said that. Yeah, Mr. Killian 1983 says Bills and Bucks. Just watch.
I can see it. I can see a lot of these matchups. I really could.
Hey, first of all, the playoffs have totally went in a way no one expected.
That's for sure.
Who would have expected the Bengals to be in the championship game? I didn't.
I didn't expect Green Bay to go one and done. I really didn't. I kind of expect them to lose in the championship game, but I didn't expect them to go one and done.
But these playoffs have already went like no one anticipated. So it's enjoyable.
And I'm going to be real. I didn't see San Francisco lasting this far.
No.
I didn't.
And we got more games tomorrow. We have more games tomorrow. We open up with the Rams versus the Bucks. And then we finish off with the AFC Championship rematch from last year. Bills at the Chiefs. Both should be entertaining, should be competitive. Maybe we get more upsets. This might be the most upset week in the playoffs ever.
Maybe, I don't know.
Where all away teams just win. Who knows?
It's going to be exciting tomorrow. It really is.
I can't wait. And hopefully I win my money back. I don't know if I'll bet tomorrow. I don't know. It depends if they give me my fucking site credits. Right. Otherwise, I'll bet with that. That way, at least, I feel like I'm not wasting anymore.
Yeah, I hear you.
Although, if I don't win anything with the site credits, then I did just waste everything. But who knows? Come on, Stafford versus Allen would be a shootout. You're right. Two high-powering offenses. That would be fun.
Yeah, it would be.
Diggs, Ramsey, you got two really good defenses, man. Two really good D-lines.
Pass rushes as well.
It would be entertaining. Again, it would be new. Aaron Rodgers just said he wants to become a Steeler. Is that what he said? I mean, it's always been the rumor. What's happening on Twitter?
Is there anything really going on Twitter? Wants to load.
I don't think there is. See, there's already people saying Aaron Rodgers to the... Yeah, see, there's already tweets showing the Mike Tomlin Aaron Rodgers gif. Yeah, see, it's not happening, folks.
No.
It's not happening.
And the last dance picture now.
That could be Adam's last game with Green Bay as well. He might go to Los Angeles, Las Vegas.
Let's see. That's where they were, Danny. Now they're in Vegas.
I don't think it's happening, folks.
And I'm going to be honest, I don't really want it to happen. I don't want them thinking, oh, we got Aaron Rodgers, we're good now. Because we're not one quarterback away from being a great team again.
No, we're not.
We got too many positions to worry about and take care of and fill. And quarterback is indeed one of them. I'm not denying that. But it's a position that we should not rush. And we shouldn't waste our cap or use the majority of our cap on one guy when we have to use that cap for other positions.
I don't think it's...
When we got to fill those positions.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening.
And I don't see us doing anything next year anyway. And we need a mini rebuild. If you get a guy like Aaron Rodgers, it's literally just going to delay the rebuild again.
It's going to blind us from,
It's going to cloud their minds of what they really need to do.
Well,
the fact that they need change.
They already did it for the last 2 years with Ben.
And I don't want them doing it again. I want a mini rebuild of this team. That's what the Steelers, I feel like, should do.
So, the whole Aaron Rodgers to Pittsburgh, we'll see. But I don't think it's happening.
I really don't.
I don't think it is happening. I could be wrong. We shall see. It'll be an incredibly interesting offseason for a lot of teams, a lot of players, a lot of factors this upcoming post-Super Bowl. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be one of the most entertaining off seasons to date because there's just so many factors that are going to be open, so many doors, that's just going to be like creaked, and you're curious to see who lands where and what's going to happen, and trade talks, and of course us Steelers fans here, it's going to be one of the most anticipated off seasons to date just to see what they do to plan for the future, for the new era.
Absolutely.
I can't wait. I love the off season. I hate that it's here for the Steelers, but thank God, because it's needed. And
it's very needed.
There's already moves being made. Butler retired. Austin will be promoted. Canada's not going anywhere. Soon, Ben will announce his retirement. And good Lord Almighty, change is here. Well, not really, but in terms of the era, it is here.
Yeah. It's going to be a drastically different look for the Steelers for sure.
How about Jimmy G? Even though 49ers winning, they want to get rid of Jimmy G. Well, they've already, unless they keep him and sit Trey Lance one more year. But I doubt that happens because Jimmy G has a serious cap hit. And they would only, if they were to cut or trade him, they would only lose maybe $2 million in dead cap or something like that. So they're not really losing a lot. And
right.
They already drafted their future in Trey Lance. It just depends if they want to jump Trey Lance into the starting role next year. Otherwise, they could keep Jimmy G. They could restructure his contract, or they could just trade him or cut him, which will probably just lead to him being cut because no one's going to trade for that cap hit. No one. So
not at all.
Jimmy G could be cut. He could be on the market, and he could be a destination. Or he could be a target for the Steelers. I don't know. But that could be said for a lot of guys. Mariota.
Trubisky,
a Jameis Winston. Who knows?
Anybody, really.
Who knows, man? It'll be fun.
It will be.
It's gonna be interesting. But that's the Steelers offseason, man. I can't wait. And there'll be a lot of content coming out very shortly. Addressing all of that. Leading up to mock drafts, leading up to the NFL draft, leading up to free agency, first and foremost.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys think of Derek Carr as a stopgap quarterback? I would love Derek Carr. That would have to wait till 2023, though, when his contract's
But even
up.
then, I don't see him leaving Las Vegas.
I don't either. He's just one of those guys where you just know he's going to stay in one place the rest of his career. Then again, we thought that about Tom Brady.
I don't know.
It's the NFL. It's wild.
I don't know.
It's a wild league. If the Bengals lose next week or the Super Bowl, they can hang the "we made it farther than the Steelers in the playoffs" for 1 year banner. Pretty much.
Yeah, they'll be the new Browns fans.
Pretty much. That's what we had a Bengals fan in the chat saying, "I don't know how to handle this." And neither did Browns fans last year.
So they made a T-shirt about it.
Yeah, they did. Rodgers is leaving. He literally said, "This is the last dance." Where's he gonna go? I don't know, man. That's why this offseason is going to be so anticipated for a lot of factors.
Yep.
But it is 11:30 over here. The game is over. Both number 1 seeds are out of the playoffs, and that's a good feeling because we're going to get something fresh. We're going to get something different. And the playoffs are already, just going away no one anticipated. So, and that's a good thing. You always want something, different, something changing, something
refreshing, something new.
Unpredictable. So, but we're going to get out of here. We're going to call it a night. So, for all those guys that tuned in, asked questions, and patiently waited for our questions or for their questions to be answered, a big thank you to all you guys.
Absolutely. Really appreciate the love and support every single time. We upload a video. We go live. The support is amazing.
Very. And I hope you guys stick with us as we head into the most important offseason in recent memory for the Steelers. There'll be a lot of content coming out. Got a lot of stuff listed up. And mock drafts will be coming out immediately after the Super Bowl.
So definitely stay tuned for all of that this offseason.
But other than that, we're going to call it a night. So you guys have a great rest of your night, a great rest of your divisional round weekend. Enjoy the football tomorrow. Take care, guys. Stay healthy. And we'll see you guys in the next one, man.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Peace!